Anyway, Beach, Florida, at the Ben Mallah Estates. Hey, it's me, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, along with my favorite tag team in the whole world, Aaron to my left and Big Ben to my right. How can they get a hold of your dad, baby?
Okay, so everybody go to benmallah.com/podcast and make sure you get your fast passes, and you guys will be moved to the front of the line to talk to us, yours truly. And also, we will be doing super chats today. So if you go to YouTube, get a super chat, and your question will be read on live with Ben Mallah and Jimmy Hart. What's up?
Sounds beautiful, baby. It's all beautiful. I'm here to talk about money. This is the man that knows all about it, Ben Mallah, right over here. After all, he's the one that put me in Hogan's Beach for 3.5 years and the beautiful beach bar in Daytona Beach, Florida, Jimmy Hart's Beach Bar and Grill. We had a great time up there. It was so great I had to get a gun permit, so thanks a lot, boss. I appreciate you. But I'm here visiting today with like I said, my favorite tag team. Ben, let's make some money, baby. All right, Ben's not ready to make any money. He's got a sore throat.
Hey, I can't talk from now on. Jimmy will answer the
Look,
questions.
I put your logo up here. Look at this.
He'll tell me and I'll tell him.
Look, I put your
and
logo.
He'll tell you.
You'll
be like my ventriloquist. How about that? I'm going to be a ventriloquist, and you're going to be the goddamn puppet.
Okay, baby, okay. You got it. You got it, baby.
The problem is, I don't want to touch your hair. I don't want to fall
No,
out
freeze
on
and
me.
shine. Freeze and shine.
Right,
Please,
yeah.
freeze and shine.
All right. So, here we are. We ain't been doing podcasts. You know why? I don't know why. Maybe because, I don't know.
You've had no guests.
We've been busy.
I can't find a guest. Aaron's too busy with this. Anyway, but we're back. We're here because we have a special guest today. All right? Yes, he's still alive.
But this is all about Ben.
I thought he was dead. Somebody
selling
wrote
property,
once.
making
my
money.
God.
That's what it's all about. I came over here today so I could be ridiculed. So I love my punishment, though, because I love this guy right here. So it's all beautiful. What can we buy and sell today? Any callers?
All right. You got anything?
Not yet. Make
Not
sure you
yet.
get your super chats in.
Come on,
and
send
we will
in some
be
super
reading them
chats. The
on
Pollock
air.
needs sausage. Jimmy needs hairspray. Come on, help
Paul
these
Mitchell.
poor people.
Paul Mitchell.
All right, I'm going to make a phone call right now.
He's making phone calls.
Here we
All
go.
right. So anyway, what am I going to do? I've been busy as hell. What the hell are you two been doing? Is what I want to know.
We've been with you
I'm
all
buying
day.
freaking Lowe's.
I've been
I
with
bought a
you.
hotel by the Air Force Base. I'm selling a goddamn Ramada. Shit, I'm wheeling and dealing. I'm trying to refinance every goddamn thing to get that low, cheap rate. You know, money's free right now.
We've been
Why
watching
don't
you spend
borrow
money.
some?
We're watching
Have you
you
ever
spend
borrowed
money.
money in your life, soldier?
Absolutely
How
not.
about let's ask the caller that we have on
Jimmy
air.
ain't never. Jimmy he would even borrow a dime for a phone call from somebody. Jimmy is a very different person. Hello,
let's
who
ask
is
the
this?
caller.
Hello. Fine. How are you doing? Orlando. You met Jimmy Hart in Orlando?
How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Man, everything's beautiful. Just got off the road a little bit. Just doing the little podcast so I can go watch my wrestling
Who you
show
call
tonight.
little, brother?
NXT, one of my favorite shows, 2.0. So I'm going to check it out tonight. But right now, I'm with Big Ben. Have you got a question for Big Ben? Ooh, I like.
What?
Your thing is making noise. Your fan is making noise.
No.
Man is making noise. You know, I'm sick of this place. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You're buying houses, cash, quick cash. You give them money day one, and what are you going to do? Kansas City, right? You want to buy every fucking house in the whole goddamn country, don't you? You want to own every goddamn house, don't you? What's the matter? You didn't play enough Monopoly when you were a kid? I'm just kidding. Oh, now you're doing it for real. We're playing Monopoly for real, goddammit.
I like the name of your company. That's a good name.
Fast cash. Yes. Talk to Rafal. Go to benmal.com, talk to Rafal, and he handles all that stuff. But, you know, we'll talk to people if you want us to help promote your business. I like to help promote businesses as long as it's a real... You're not crooked, are you? All right, because I don't want to deal with nobody crooked, and that's going to make me look bad. And I don't want to look bad.
You look great, Ben.
All right, so hit us up and we'll talk. But I tell you what, how much you give me for my house right now? Write me a check, baby. How much? $30 million. Write the check. Ben bullshit. Send the wire. Okay? You send the wire to benmallah.com and you can take this mother F right now.
Do you take Canadian?
And I'll throw in Jimmy Hart. For $30 million. He's still got a couple of good years left in him.
32 million.
All right, he's in good
32
shape
million.
for 78, 9, 10.
32 million.
What are you, like 70, 10?
32 million.
All right, Jimmy's great, He's great to have around. I begged him to move in my house. My wife begged him. But no. He doesn't even eat. He barely eats. I mean, he don't bother nobody. He's like entertainment. How many people can have Jimmy Hart living in their house?
And I had a
That
million-seller
would be
record.
fun.
I had a million-seller record called "Keep On Dancing." I could sing every day to you.
Oh, but that guy was from Kansas City. Can you sing the Kansas City song?
Going
I'm
to
going
Kansas
to
City,
Kansas City,
here I come. Hey, by the way, I'm
Kansas
going to be in
City,
St.
here I
Louis in
come.
a couple of weeks, so
Michael
come
Jackson
to see me.
sang Kansas City better than anybody.
Yeah.
You ever heard Michael Jackson sing Kansas City?
Hey, well, thank you for
Have
calling
you ever
in, baby.
heard Michael Jackson sing I'm going to Kansas City when he was like 5 years old or
I
something?
didn't hear it, baby. Sorry.
6 years old, 7 years old?
Sorry, didn't hear that one. Did you, Aaron?
You never heard Michael Jackson
No.
sing I'm going to Kansas. He was a kid. He was a friggin' little kid.
What,
Oh,
in the
my
movie?
God. You should be ashamed
We
of
were
yourself.
listening to the Beatles. I'm sorry.
The Beatles. I ain't got time for bugs. I got time for soul, baby.
All right, we have our first super chat. Alex
Ooh.
Gold, thank you for the $5.
5 big ones, baby.
When I should send check for cancer treatment, Ben's lungs won't last.
My lungs are clear. At least they were a year ago when I went to the Mayo Clinic. So they're clear. And, the problem is this. I'm telling you now, if I stop smoking, my body's going to say, what the hell's going on? And then I'm going to really be sick. So I'm playing that card. Call me stupid. Call me crazy. Call me addicted. I don't care what you call me. Whatever you got to say about me, I could care less. Right, Jimmy?
So what you're saying, you're not going to quit smoking
I'll quit
no matter what.
when I really, really can't smoke anymore or until something really bad happens. But I think my body, I can't fool my body. If I take away the nicotine, it's been running on that nicotine. It's like a car. It's been running on gas. My body is a bunch of fat running on nicotine. And the nicotine is like the nitro juice, okay? And I'm pumping it, baby. And I've been pumping it for over 40 freaking years. If I take away the goddamn nitro juice, I'll be...
Well, I can vouch for that. About 3.5, 4 years ago, Ben was coughing. He was sick. We took him to the hospital. The doctor goes, get him to the emergency room right away. We go to the emergency room. We get him in there. They roll him in. Ben goes, Jimmy, whatever happens to me, I want Jimmy to have the Kia. And I go, Kia? What about the Rolls Royce?
And he
The
just
Kia,
traded it.
the Kia. So now he goes in. The doctor goes, this doesn't look good. So they go in. They check him out. They take him about 30 minutes. They wheel him back out and goes, none of his arteries were blocked. Perfect health, unbelievable. So everybody
Why
but
does
me
everybody
was
think
happy.
me having good health is unbelievable? Because I'm 100 pounds overweight and I smoke up to COVID now, pack and a half
That's
a day.
exactly why. That's exactly
Because
why.
people don't get it. Just because you're a little different doesn't mean you're in worse shape.
That's true. That's true, real true.
Probably not.
You
but
forgot the fact about the 100 pounds overweight.
it takes me a little longer to get around than you do. Okay, it takes me whatever. I got disabilities. I'm a disability. Being fat is a disability to all you skinny people out there.
But
I'm
he's
not that
happy.
skinny.
So you
He's
better
happy.
You are
back
happy.
up
You are
because
happy.
a fat man's coming through.
You are happy, though.
Speaking of coming through, who's next?
All right, let's see.
I should be able
Affordable
to get to the head of
distribution.
the line because I'm fat. Because I can't stand that long.
I can see that. I can see
and
that.
I need to get to the front of the line quicker. So I want a handicap. I'll wear the fucking handicap sticker around my neck. The kind you hang in the car, I'll wear that motherfucker around my neck.
And you're smoking, so you should definitely get to the front
I'll
of
have
the line.
Jimmy Hart pushing me in a wheelchair through the
True.
airport.
True.
And I'll do it. I'll be more than happy to.
All right, let's see. Affordable
next?
distribution. Thank you for the £5. United Kingdom money.
All right. I'll take a pound of pounds.
I like
All right.
it.
Hurricane Ian, thank you for the $10 as well. So I'm coming down to Clearwater area for the holidays. I need somewhere with a garage to put the Huracan in. You got an Airbnb yet?
Huracan.
That's a Lamborghini.
That's a Lamborghini, Jimmy. If you didn't know who drives a Kia.
Thank you. I
All
love
right.
Kia. I have a Kia. I love
Well,
the Kia.
you got some options, baby. If you know, we just opened up some new condos. We have two bedroom, 2-bath condominiums, fully condo kitchen, you name it, balcony, right in the dead center of John Pass. We got two bedrooms. We got 2 3-bedrooms. Brand new everything, top to bottom, right in the heart of John's Pass. The beach is across the street. Every water tour you want is steps away on the boardwalk. What?
Can you
promote John's Pass.
Can you have pets?
Yes, call the management, tell them. And right across the street, right. When I say a street, I mean more like an alley. We got a big giant garage. That's, there's a man at the gate there, and you can safely park it indoors in a big garage. Shit, I don't care. Race it up and goddamn down the damn garage, friggin' Lamborghini. Go.
And they got all kind of restaurants there, right?
We got everything. We got parasailing, pirate ships,
Jet
dolphin
skis,
watching,
everything.
jet skis, restaurants,
The beach.
bars, beach, John's Pass, baby. If you want to hang out, I need a whole outdoor mall of shops in the villages. And we got dinner boats. They got everything you want.
There you go. You got a heck of a deal there, buddy.
All right, so go to John's Pass. Or, let's see, I could throw a tarp over it at the Clearwater Beach Hotel. Aaron will come over there every night. He'll put a fucking tarp over the Lamborghini. We'll send Matt to do it. He won't mind.
I love Matt. Matt's great, man.
He just put a sticker on your car.
I know he
I
did.
want you to put one of these Ben Mallah bumper stickers on your car. How about that?
Look, how about
Look
this?
at
I put
that.
it on the microphone
He
here.
ain't going to do that. Once you're a celebrity, you don't
It's all about branding. It's all
you
about
ain't branding
branding.
nobody else.
Ben Mallah right here.
Yeah, you
Let me ask
branded
you
me
this.
all right.
You've had
Those
your life.
days I had to work with you was like getting
Listen.
branded like a cow.
Listen, you've had your life for sale for 7 years since I've known you. Are you ever going to sell it? My gosh.
Price goes up every year.
It better
Even-
go, if you're going to get
Well,
ready
with
to buy it,
COVID,
it better go down.
the price went down. Somebody could have came in and they could have just said, you know what, here's a friggin' check. They could have stole my life about a year ago or when I was deep in COVID. That would have been the time when I was bleeding and hurting. And somebody could have came in for the kill. I would have gave them the house, the cars, the buildings. I would have thrown a couple of kids in with the damn deal. And Jimmy Hart.
Roughly, how much would you have taken?
I don't know. I have to calculate it. But I don't know. A lot less than I would probably take now. So that person would have
Yeah,
made money
true.
in 1 year.
True. A lot of money. All right, Mass, thank you for the $49.99.
Ooh, 50
Appreciate
big
that.
ones. You're taking this sucker to the cleanest tonight, baby. Look at
baby.
this jacket he's got. Don't be so
Hey, wait, you're going to knock
tight,
the lights
you know?
loose. You're going to knock the lights loose in it,
Famous
please.
people always don't want touching them and, and
Oh,
shit.
oh, my
Guy was
God.
in wrestling for how many years? 70 years?
I wish I'd have been in 70 years.
How many years were you in wrestling?
You know what? I started in Memphis, 6 years in Memphis, Tennessee with Jerry the King Lawler. And then I had the greatest phone call of my life when I went to New York. From New York to WCW, then back in New York again. So it's been quite a year.
How many years have you been in friggin' wrestling? Simple question.
About 41.
41.
41.
That's really good.
Great years. 41
He knows
great
exactly
years. To
because he
stay
said
anywhere for
41.
that
He's
many
there
years.
about 40. He said 41. He counts every goddamn year. I think he gets paid more money every year he's still alive in wrestling. He's still in wrestling.
It's all
He's still
beautiful.
doing appearances. I never get to see the guy anymore. One day he's in New York. One day he's here. Where the hell you been?
Well, I just came back from doing a SummerSlam tour. We had SummerSlam in Las Vegas. And, of course, WrestleMania is right around the corner again. So I'll be doing promotion for that. But like I said before, it's just been a dream come true for me because when I was a little bitty Jimmy Hart growing up in Memphis, Tennessee, I always wanted to be in professional wrestling. And the Lord helped me do it. So thank you, Jesus. Who's
Amen.
next? Who's next,
Oh, yeah.
sir?
All right, let's see. The Stig, thank you for the
He
$199.
also has a dark side to him. Don't let him fool you. No, yeah, I'm Jimmy Hart. I'm so happy and I'm so nice. Please, there's a dark side to everybody. Even Jimmy Hart's got a dark side.
My life's
we don't
not
want to go
for
back
sale.
to the Elvis days, do we, Jimmy?
My-
We don't want to talk about those days in the record studio and what went on back then with the Memphis Mafia. We don't want to talk about that, do we?
I would love to talk about it. Hey,
All right,
who's
let's see.
next?
The
He was
Stig,
in a
thank you for the
mafia.
$199.
He was in a mafia
Guess
of
the
records.
Guess the Hall of Fame bar, Tiki Bar, didn't work out. How was that? The Hall of Fame
Oh,
bar.
well, let me tell you right now. Ben put us up in Daytona Beach, Florida, the Jimmy Hart's Hall of Fame bar and Tiki Deck. And we had a great run for almost 2 years. But what Ben does, and I knew it before we went up there, is look, we're going to keep you there maybe a year and a half, and I'm going to sell the hotel. He did Hogan's Beach the same way, made a heck of a profit
I
out of
spent
it.
3 years at Hogan's Beach. Don't try to cut me short.
All right, 3 years there. And then I went up.
It was hell.
It was
3 years of hell. Putting up with you, Jimmy.
It was hell, all right. We were drawing 2,000 and 3,000 people on the weekends, so the city was
that was
actually
hell.
up
That's
that
hell
for
to
us.
me.
It was, well, to me too. It was pretty crazy, but I got to go have a great experience up there. A lot of great fans came through. A lot of great people came through. Hotel did great, and Ben was able to sell it for a good profit.
And Jimmy was on stage with Skrillex and Afrojack.
Yeah.
Little
And
John.
Little John. He
Little
was
John.
hanging with Little John,
Everybody.
popping champagne.
DJ Snake. Yep.
Yep, we had a
And
good
then
run. It was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but I'll never do it again.
Well, I don't think I'll ever do that again either. I had to get a gun permit in Daytona. I was going,
Yeah.
Ben, you
And
got to get me out of here.
He's just like the old show.
gotta-
Nobody remembers Andy Griffith.
You gotta
He's
get
got
me
a
out of
gun. It's locked up in 3 different boxes, so it takes him an hour to get to it. Okay, and he carries 1 bullet in his pocket. Okay, because he don't want to hurt nobody.
Are you trying to say I'm the Barney Fife of professional wrestling?
Oh boy. All right, so
next?
what are we doing here tonight? We got anybody with any real estate problems?
I mean, we still got more super
and let me
chats.
tell you something. I've been doing consult with Benz every day. I'm starting to get hooked on helping other people with their problems. I actually look forward to when people call me up. I don't care what you got. I'm pretty sure if I don't know it, I'll admit it and I'll tell you who does know it, the answer. But it's so interesting to be able to talk to people about their situation, about what property they're working on, about making a deal happen, or what they need to do with their life when they're 18 and 19. So, unfortunately, you got to pay for it because Rafal's time is very valuable handling all this stuff. But, I really, if anybody does want to do a consult with Ben, bring it on, baby. Bring it on, and I'll help you figure it out, and you'll make some money.
Well, he had a great call earlier today from a gentleman from Montreal. Wanted to buy some land up there, like $2.3 million, and build a nice complex up there. And Ben had a great talk with him, so he's right. Give him a call.
Don't say too much. Everything you say is confidential when you talk to me.
Okay, my lips are sealed.
But what do we
Right,
got
we're
going
gonna try to
on
get a
tonight?
caller. We have another fast
We have
pass.
a fast pass.
Fast
When you get a
pass,
call,
cool.
get a
A
fast
fast pass that's going to kick your...
Hello.
Hello, hey, how are you?
Ben, whose ass are you going to kick?
Aaron's, if he don't get his goddamn grades up some more, he ain't going to easy school no more. I can't pay his way for his grades. I can't bribe this school.
Hell no.
He went to a school I can't fucking bribe. So he's on his own now.
But you know what the problem is, Ben? The real problem is you made too much fucking money and you showed it to all the family. You should have stayed in a little apartment, make everybody think you're all broke, and then you on the side, you make all that money. Now these kids are spoiled.
I know, but the problem is I can't spend it on myself without them
That's the
being
problem,
around.
without showing it.
So I got to spend it on
Exactly.
them too.
Hey, I love this guy. I talked to him today
Exactly.
about
Yeah,
buying. Today, Ben was talking
True.
about buying Rolls Royces. I said, buy a Kia. Nobody will bother you.
Yeah,
is that podcast over or are we live on it?
we're live, goddammit. We're live. Don't you know where the hell you're at?
All right.
What have you been doing
Yeah,
today?
yeah, just had to pause that YouTube video. Hey, I've been waiting to talk to you. I've been watching my Bitcoin go up to 64 grand.
Very good. Congratulations.
Hey, where you from, buddy?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm from Miami. Actually, I spoke to Ben
Miami.
a little while back ago. Yeah, while you were on the yacht, you
Hey,
were on a call with
I was
me on Consult with Ben.
offered a hotel in Miami today. What the hell was it? I can't remember. I offered a hotel
was
in
it at?
Miami.
I think it was a
Fuck.
Red Roof Inn.
I can't remember, but it's with Bercadia Real Estate. My guy down here may have the listing on it. Look up Tampa Bercadia Real Estate, and there's a hotel that was actually pretty reasonably priced. And the problem is, it was only about 100 rooms, and I can't really make that much money on 100 rooms. I really, not to me to go all the way to Miami. I need to have at least 200 rooms. But, I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it out there. That's what I did with Miami today. I turned down a hotel with 100 rooms in Miami. The price was good. It was about $1 a room. About $100,000 a key, which is cheap for Miami in a good neighborhood.
That's actually really cheap.
Maybe 110 or something. I don't know. Go to Bercadia, Tampa. You'll see the listing on there.
Was it on the ocean?
Shit, quadplexes are going for
on the
almost
ocean would be
twice that.
400. If it was directly on the
Yeah.
water, the hotel is worth at least $400 to $1 million a key in Miami. In Clearwater Beach, anything on the sand is worth about $350, about $250 on the lowest end, all the way up to maybe $600 on the high end. Depending on the type of room and hotel it is.
What about the Clearwater Hotel?
Yeah,
you
there
were
were
over there?
Clearwater Beach Hotel's across the street from the beach. That place is worth about.
150?
I've had office of about. I know I had office for about 100. What was it? 150 a key. I think somebody might offer me 175, but not 200 yet. It's 100 rooms with the ice cream parlor. So if I sold it for 200 a key, it'd be worth $20 million.
That's the first time I've seen a hotel that's got a street running right between the middle of it. You got half the hotel on one
Because
side, and half on
you
the
don't
other.
understand real estate. You understand wrestling, okay, and show business. It happened is I bought the first hotel on one corner,
The small one?
and then I bought the one across the street on the other corner. And instead of being a schmuck and having two offices, I took the smaller one office, I turned it into a fucking ice cream parlor that pays $5,000 a month, and I moved the other office to the big hotel. So now we run two hotels out of one office, but we call it all the same. And we got two pools, and we have intercoastal access if you have a boat.
And the
What
ice
you
cream
think about
parlor.
that?
And the ice cream parlor.
And ice cream parlor pays me rent
Okay, a
every
lot.
month. So that's the story there, buddy.
I like it.
This is the
So
big
Ben-
shot. This big shot comes with me to Orlando to buy the friggin' hotel I just sold with the globe on top. The building's 22 stories high, and we're walking through the building, and Jimmy goes, with all this stuff you're finding wrong, isn't it better just to tear it down? He wants me to tear down a 22-story building instead of throwing about $10,000 a room in and fixing it up.
You could have built a roller coaster or a Ferris wheel.
You know,
That's what everybody
don't
does.
go into real estate. I'm going to tell you right now because I can't even help you. Okay? And if I can't help somebody in real estate, you're unhelpable.
The closest I'm buying real estate is sitting next to you right now. Forget it.
All right, so what's up,
Hey,
man?
I don't know what Jimmy's doing with his money. So when we last talked, Ben, there's a few things that have
We don't
changed.
want to talk about
I,
that.
Yeah, well, when we last talked and you were on the yacht, I currently own 3.2 Bitcoin. So multiply it times the price of Bitcoin, I'm at close to $200,000.
Congratulations.
Or probably a little bit over.
That's great.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, if it works
so
for
that-
you, listen, anything that works for somebody and makes them money, God bless them.
Hey, let me ask you
Whatever
something.
you do,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you know,
Let me ask you something.
I'm an IT consultant.
as long as it ain't going to put you in jail, do it.
Hey, let me ask you about the
No, no,
Bitcoin.
no. Yeah.
If you go to one
Go
of
ahead.
if you go to one of Ben's hotels now to stay, if you came down here at the Ramada Inn, okay, that he's selling. If you go to the Ramada Inn, if you say I want to pay by Bitcoin, would you take it, Ben?
No, not right yet. But I think we do have an ATM machine that takes Bitcoin. But we don't accept
Bad idea,
payment.
though.
Hey, Tesla ain't taking it no
Now's
more.
the
Why
time to
is
take
that? Why isn't Tesla the Mr. Big Shot of the future? Okay, going to the moon,
Hey, we
whatever
can
the hell
talk
he's
about it.
doing.
That's what I'm
It's a
asking. That's what I'm
complicated-
asking.
it's a-
Why
it's a
did
nobody
he
takes-
stop taking
conversation
money
to
from
have about
If
Teslas?
nobody
Wasn't it
takes,
because it takes too much energy and he feels it's like
They
affecting
were
the world?
talking about that, and the
All right,
reality
so
is that it doesn't. They already
basically,
did they already read the numbers.
crypto is killing us because it's taking up all our energy, and that's forcing us to use more of the world's resources. So crypto
No, but
could
it's
be
not,
the end of
Ben.
the world. It's going to use up every
Ben.
drop of power we got just to keep those computers rolling, and we're going to have nothing. We're all going to be one big planet in the dark, out in space.
Ben, that
Maybe
isn't
it
the
happens
case.
somewhere
That
else.
isn't the case.
Maybe it happened to the moon.
That's what they thought.
Maybe the moon used to look like Earth, and then crypto came and turned the fucking moon and drained every drop of fucking energy it could get to keep those. Computers will take over. Computers will start running our entire life and destroy
already
the
do.
planet.
They already
and
do,
they're going to
Ben.
destroy the
They already
planet.
do.
And we're going to look just like the fucking moon. Watch. I won't see it, but you might.
can somebody get
You-
me a
Man,
sedative?
it's gonna-
Can we get a
it's gonna happen
sedative
a
in
lot
here,
longer
please?
than that.
No, but what I was asking you, being
Ben.
sincere, if half the places you go, you take Bitcoin, nobody takes it. So what's the use of having $200,000 of it and nobody takes it?
Turn it
Well,
into cash.
it's actually
just asking.
a little bit more complicated than that. I mean, we can really talk
It's
about
too
it. And I'll
complicated.
talk about it after I
It's
ask
too
the question.
complicated for us.
No.
I just
He's
don't
way
know.
too
No, but I
fucking
mean-
old. I'm too
No,
old,
no,
and
listen,
he
Ben.
ain't smart enough yet. Okay, so it's like you're
Ben.
talking to a room of
Let
idiots
him
right now.
answer. Let him answer this real quick.
But listen. No, I know Ben is a little hyped up today.
oh
he
my
must have
God.
made a lot of money or
I've
lost
been
a lot of
spending
money.
the day
Did
with
he lose
Jimmy
a lot of money or
Hart.
make a lot of money
You
today?
spend the day with Jimmy Hart and see what it does to you.
He bought a car today. That's what did
Oh,
it.
shit.
Don't say nothing about the car. It's going to be in a video. God
Okay,
damn it.
forget it. He didn't buy a
you
car.
see? That's where it is. He's excited. We'll admit. We'll all act like we didn't hear that.
Okay.
So Jimmy,
Yes, sir.
realistically, one big thing that happened to Bitcoin recently, which is what also increased its price,
Okay.
and something that's about to happen, the most importantly, is an ETF. If you guys know what an ETF is,
Exchange
there's going to be
traded
about
fund.
2 of them being approved. Yes, sir.
Exchange
And they're about to
traded
get approved.
fund.
So
ETF.
that means regulations coming through, and Bitcoin's actually
right.
going to go
Everybody out
further
there
than
that may
100.
not
But anyway,
know-
I don't want to get into that.
Oh, shit. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hurt my thumb somehow. Listen, an ETF means that it's a bunch of these companies in that one sector. I think I know what I'm saying. And you're trading in a fund that's full of Bitcoins. Okay? So it's
Correct.
going to be an ETF
You own it
full
without
of
owning
this
it.
coin. I'm starting Bencoin. How about Jimmy Coin? Jimmy Coin
It's like-
Coin?
You should.
Jimmy Crack
Ben,
Coin?
you
Jimmy
should
Coin
start
Coin?
Bitcoin. All of your subscribers can start buying it.
There we go. We're going to have Bencoin. All
All the
right.
subs, the more people you get. But anyway, we could talk about that later. But realistically, I only mentioned it because of the amount that I have there. But then
But
I'm sitting on a house that's
a
got
lot of
about
people say that Bitcoin really comes from the Egyptians. You know why?
why?
Pyramid scheme. All right. Have a good night. What else we got?
We love you, buddy.
Take care.
Good luck on
You
the
got
Bitcoin.
anything, Aaron? You just sit there not doing shit like you do in
Super
class.
chat.
God
So
damn
let's
it.
get to it.
Quit waking him
All right,
up.
Lucas, thank you for the $5. Ben, how do you overcome the fear of looking stupid when you're new at something?
How do you overcome the fear of looking stupid when you know something?
When you are new.
When you're new to something.
Yes.
All right. Well, study as much as you can on it. But, my ex-partner, Mark Wilton, he would sit in a room and he wouldn't know shit about something. How he could do it, I don't know. And he would just bullshit his way. Everybody believed him. I don't know.
I also think he's trying to also say,
You can either learn it or bullshit. There's two things you can do in life. Learn something or bullshit your way through life. You take the pick or do like I do. You do a little of both. You mix a little bullshit with a little bunch of shit you know.
I think he's also trying to say, how do you get over the fear of doing something different, like how you are, your different personality, your different lifestyle? How do you,
What?
you just
I don't
not
get
care?
it. Care about what? I'm
Other
not doing
people, I
nothing
think he's
wrong. I'm not
basically
hurting
saying-
nobody.
I know.
All
Like
right, I
right
might
now-
be hurting him a little, but who
Look,
cares?
You're so laid back, Ben. That's what they're trying
I
to
am
say.
laid
You're
back.
so laid back right
Anyway,
now.
How
do you
Listen, are
overcome
we here
that?
to talk about real estate or what? All right?
All right, fine.
You either got
Sanders,
the balls in life or
appreciate-
you don't, baby.
Sanders.
Make up your mind.
Sanders, appreciate the $99.99.
All right, baby. We got
Almost
100 big
$100.
ones. That's a lot of dough. Who was that? Who is this?
Sanders Establishment.
And what'd they say?
Just
Nothing.
donated money.
Sanders Establishment.
Yes.
Maybe it's for Colonel Sanders, Kentucky Fried Chicken. We
Could
might
be.
have Kentucky Fried Chicken on the line.
I love the mashed potatoes.
I know you do. You're a Kentucky Fried eating.
Beans
I
and
can't believe
potatoes.
his idea of going out to a fancy dinner is that what the hell's the name of the Italian place he goes to and he orders plain
Alfonso's.
spaghetti? No. He don't like that place. He looks
Olive
like
Garden.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. That's his idea of his diet consists of plain spaghetti and tomato sauce, beans and rice. He likes Mexican food, I noticed, but
Oh, I
nothing
love
spicy.
Mexican food. I love it.
Yeah, you love it. I think
What
you
did we
love
eat today? That was a great
Mexicans.
place today.
You love Mexicans.
was it
You
called,
love the
Jack's?
spice. You're not a spicy guy. You're from Nashville.
got the
He
red-
takes me to Nashville.
Memphis.
Oh, Memphis, whatever. It's all the same
Memphis.
state.
No, it's not.
He takes me to friggin' Memphis. Not one of. I enjoyed it because of the history and everything he told us. But man,
We went to
I
Bill
ain't going
Street.
back to no fucking
Listen,
Memphis.
we went to Bill Street. We went to see my good friend that ran Lansky Brothers, who his father was the one originally. They got all the outfits for Jerry Lee Lewis and Elvis Presley and
jackets like this,
jackets
baby.
like this, and Isaac
Is this a
Hayes,
Lansky? What is
Rufus
it?
Thomas.
Oh shit! It's an after six. Ooh,
After six,
wow.
hey,
What goes on after six, Jimmy?
this jacket. Who's next?
Memphis.
All right, let's see. Ben247, thank you for the $2. Got my first credit rating this month.
All right. What is it? All right, get that credit up.
All
Let
right.
me keep telling everybody. You're only worth what your goddamn credit is. You're just a number, okay? It don't matter what you color, race, creed, religion, sex, you name it. It don't matter. You're just a number on your credit score. All right? So that's the most important thing. When you invest time and money in fixing your credit, you're investing money in yourself. All right? That's what you're doing. You're bettering yourself by having the best credit report. So when you want to borrow some goddamn money and they run your goddamn name and social security number, clean, baby. They'll just hand you over that dough. How much do you owe?
Oh, nothing. I have nothing. I owe nothing.
All right.
All right, Phantom
Bitcoin.
Alex, thank you for the $5. Are you hiring? I'm from Fort Lauderdale/Boca area. Let me show you what a hard worker looks like.
Unfortunately, at this time, we're not hiring. I'm not hiring. I'm
Everybody's
retiring.
hiring. Everybody's
But
hiring.
I will tell you this. If you have some qualifications that meet our specifications at the Fort Lauderdale Sheridan Suites on Cypress Creek Road, Boulevard, or something, you get over there. I think it's 4400. No, is that the one in Tampa? I can't remember the addresses to 20 goddamn properties. It ain't going to happen. I used to, but I'm too old now. Anyway, get over to Sheridan Suites and go over there and talk to Brenda, who's the new general manager. My sister-in-law, who raises my daughter, is running that baby. And if you got some talent and she thinks she wants to give you a shot, then go try. But I can't help you. She runs the show.
All right, Ryan Human.
Bring her some business, and I guarantee she'll like you.
You got a job, buddy.
Thank you for the $4.99. Grew up on Jimmy Hart and WWF. You are a legend, good
A
sir.
legend.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I've been blessed. I've been so lucky for two things: being in professional wrestling all these years and working with the WWE, and knowing this man right here.
Oh, now he's really pouring it on tonight, boy.
listen.
This guy's so...
You ain't seen nothing yet, baby.
He's a professional bullshitter.
Hey, listen. Let me just tell you, this guy here got a hold of me and Hook, I guess, about 6 years ago, 6 years ago or so. And they turned a beautiful hotel already into a Hogan's Beach. We went down to Hogan's Beach. I guess I was the gentleman who met the people at the front.
You were it, man. You were the man. You were there. You made the place real.
We had
You didn't just
fun.
come somewhere, Hulk Hogan, his name's up there, but everybody knows that, you're a Hall of Famer. You represented us. When people came there, they got to meet you, take pictures with you. You made the place real, baby.
But I learned so much about Ben, his
we didn't just
family.
put a name and a picture up there. I mean, Hogan came by whenever he could.
And what
but, you were there. You lived there.
Let me finish my speech. This
All
is my
right,
Hall of
then.
Fame
Go
speech
on
for you.
already.
So I went there for Ben, and it was the greatest experience I ever had in my life. 7 days a week. We had all the parties. We had the volleyball. We had the boat tours. We had jet skis. We had the karaoke. We had the bands.
We had the
celebrities.
police, we had the ambulances,
Yeah,
we had the fire department, we had
Everybody.
the health
Oh.
department, we had the lawsuits.
that you won, right?
He's forgetting all this shit that I had to deal with.
It was crazy. It really
He just
was.
wants to have a party.
But he was able to sell the place and make a ton of money off of it.
What do you
So it's
consider a
been great.
ton?
Wasn't that one of your biggest
Sales.
profits?
It was the biggest single deal I ever
It was your
did
biggest single
on a
profit.
single property.
Because you told me it was the greatest
Biggest
thing that ever
profit.
happened in your life.
But life.
Besides
So
meeting
now that
your
it's
wife,
over,
Carla.
how much profit did you get at
None
the
of
end of the
your
day?
goddamn
It's
business.
over. It's the past.
I don't know. Happy did it. I know we paid 17.
Roughly.
We paid 17 and sold it for double.
There you
go.
go. So it was almost 17 million.
That's because of all the people
Pretty
that
good.
came to see us and all the stuff that happened down there. It's a hot
But
spot.
let's face it, they bought the hotel, and it wasn't the bar that they really made. The bar was a great additive to the hotel. And I'm going to be 100% honest. I am the first person to admit I bit off way more than I could chew when I told Hogan into let me use his brand.
Hey, did I tell you?
And being involved with him in that place, because that blew it apart.
Hey,
I took something that I didn't know shit about, okay, with no experience, and had more business than I could handle.
Hey, remember I gave you my punchline too. You said, Jimmy, what should I do with this? And I said, why don't you tear it down and start over? He like to fell out in the water. He goes, what? You keep telling me to tear all my places down and start over. Are you crazy? I said, yeah, I guess I am. But it was a
Because you
great
ain't paying
experience.
for it, that's why.
It was a great
It's
experience.
easy to say it.
Well, I thought
But
you
it was
could
a
build
great,
condos there.
Listen, there's no doubt, there's no clue. Jimmy Hart saved my ass for 3 straight years, staying in the hotel, taking care of the guests, taking care of the fans, taking care of everybody coming there, having a party, and I appreciate it. And
we love you.
I'll
you
be
were great.
your friend because you've been a friend to me. I'll be your friend till the day you're no longer here. I mean, how much longer are you going to go?
I don't know. Where's my watch? Hey, but thank you for the phone call, buddy. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
All right, let's see. Ryan's, thank you for the $10.
I think that guy hung up a long time ago.
Tell Aaron to get back into monitoring the momentum stocks. AMC, short squeeze, still on the table. Banks and hedge funds are over leveraged. Retail investors are still holding. The floor is $500 to $8,000 per share.
That's all very good information, and I'm sure very useful information, but he ain't got the time. I ain't got the time, and my brokers just sit back and they don't do shit. All right, they're not moving money like I would be doing it, but I ain't got time. I'm managing a big portfolio. He's trying to get back into the friggin' B zone, I think.
I'm in the B. I have all A's and B's in all my classes.
You better get them all A's. Listen, this is my rule. He knows my rule, okay? From 90 to 100 is a 10-point
It
spread.
is not as easy
I don't
as
care
you think
where
it
you
is
hit.
in the-
If it's a friggin' 90, I'm
I
happy.
literally go
I
to
didn't say 99. I'll be happy at 90.
I literally go to, I think it is one of the most challenging high schools in Florida.
Well, all right. Look at this guy. Oh man, I should.
Hey, and
dress
I'm
like
just trying
that.
to learn about
Look
Bitcoin.
Can everybody see the picture of this guy on my screen? No,
No,
man,
that's
he's
a-
like GQ,
Let's
standing
see.
there like
Danny.
a big shot. That's a guy in real estate.
Danny Walters.
Movie
I'm
star.
sitting in a room with a 14-year-old and
He look. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. He looks like a movie star, man.
he does.
What's
like
your name,
you.
buddy?
All right, he's not on. It's just a picture
Let's
to
see.
pull up.
Danny
I don't know. He looks like he's-
Walters. Thank you for the $4.99. Who is more fatter, Ben or Ben Jr.?
Oh, actually, Ben Jr. somehow gets in like a size smaller than me. I don't know. He maybe 2 sizes smaller. But I think he's catching up. I will say that.
All right, Amir's advice. Thank you for the $10 as well. Ben, what's your thoughts on the real estate market in the next couple of months? Should we buy or should we stay?
Listen, it's always a good time to buy if you buy something that makes sense. Because let me tell you, I don't know if everybody gets this. I think everybody gets this, but the reason why, it's very simple. The reason why real estate costs so much today, all right, because typically in a market, you would have a 6% interest rate. So the bank is going to look at how much you can afford, and they're going to give you a loan you amount of money based on 6%. Well, now you only got to qualify for half of that, 3%. So therefore, you can afford to buy double and still pay the same money you were paying when it was 6%. So the $1 million at 6% is now $2 million at 3%. That's real estate. That's the market. When it's going to change? When interest rates go up. As long as they keep interest rates down, prices are going to stay up. It's a simple, simple thing. I wish you'd get your brother on the goddamn phone. I think he went out and spent some damn money today. Can you get Vincent on a Zoom or something? Can you text him or tell him something?
I can get Vincent on the phone, but right now I can get the fast pass.
Fast.
But right before that, Mike Nordman, thank you for the $1.99. Ben, yell, let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon! Who's Brandon?
A fan.
Oh. Brandon is actually a suburb of Tampa, which happens to be a very good real estate investment if you can find something reasonably priced. Don't you live in Brandon?
Nope. Oldsmar.
Oldsmar.
Hey guys,
Oldsmar. Hey, how are you?
how's it going? How's it going, Ben? I know you got carried away about my Bitcoin. I just wanted to put
here
that
we
out
go
there
again.
just to build the
Last
numbers.
question.
No. It was just to give you my cash numbers because that's my savings. See, I put everything in my savings in Bitcoin, and I turned about 30 grand into now 200. So
All right, what you gonna do with the
it worked
200?
out for me.
What are you going to do with the
That's
200?
what I'm calling you about.
Cash
That's what I'm
that
calling
shit
you
out of
about, baby. That's what I want to
don't
know.
I would
Listen.
turn it into cash and do something good with it.
I am going to turn it into cash, but that's what I'm calling you for, baby.
what are you
I want
gonna
you to
do
tell
with
me
it?
what to do. I want to put it in real estate. I'm going to sell my own house. I've got about 400 grand that I'm going to profit out of my house minimum because I'm willing to sell it for a little bit less than what it's worth to get rid of it fast. Because I only owe 220 for my house and it's worth 800. That's all I owe for it. I'm getting rid of this shit. I don't need to live in here. So I'm going to have to my name
How
about
much
a
equity
good
do you have in your
600 to
house?
700 grand.
How much equity do
Right
you have
now?
in your house? Yes.
I have, according to my appraisal, 780,
How much
680,000.
equity? What do you owe?
680.
How-
680. I owe 220.
Okay, so you got
220.
680 grand sitting in your freaking house
Yes, sir.
doing
Yes,
nothing.
sir. And I'm pulling it out.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And I'm pulling it out. That's why I'm
It's
telling you. I'm
sitting there.
calling you, baby.
All right, so you
I'm
got
calling you
680.
because that-
Well, you should be calling me on a consult with Ben so we can take about 10, 15 minutes and really talk some serious shit.
I
and
am.
Really show
I
you what
am,
to
but
do.
I'm trying to make shit
Okay, so
interesting.
now you
I'm
got-
trying to make shit interesting.
So listen, you got 680 grand sitting in your house. You got how much in
and throw
Bitcoin?
the 200 Bitcoin in there. 200.
200. So you're gonna have 880, almost 900 big ones to play with.
And I make 100 grand a year. That's what I pay myself. I have an IT consulting business, but I only pay myself 100.
Well, that 900 grand can take you anywhere from 900 to what's 9 times 4?
36.
3,600,000, baby.
That's
You
why
can
I'm
take
calling
that
you, baby.
9
We're gonna have a
and
consult
buy
with Ben
something
afterwards.
for
but I wanna know.
$3,600,000 at least, maybe
But
more.
what do I buy? But Ben, let me ask you this. Here's my question, right? I make $100,000 salary. My business makes more, so I could pull more if the bank asks me for more. But so far, I say 100.
All right, I'm going to tell you what to do.
I'm gonna have that, like you said.
You know what you should do, sir? You know what you should do? You should start and become a miner. You need to get a bunch of empty offices you buy dirt cheap. You fill them up with fucking computers, mining all day, and you'll be the mining crypto queen. You'll be the mining crypto king. You have any idea what we're talking about?
I repurposed. Then I repurposed all my servers to do that, and I put all my clients' stuff
Do you have any idea what we're talking about?
ask him
Do you know what we're talking about?
Hey, let me ask you something.
Him.
If you're making so much profit off Bitcoin, why don't everybody do it?
Because they're not smart enough.
That's because these people
like
don't
me.
know enough about it. No, yeah, that's
I'm
true.
just
That's what
asking.
Ben said. People don't know enough. Listen, what's unfamiliar territory to you, you're not going to jump in it because you don't know what the fuck's waiting for you there. So people are scared about it. Once it becomes like a normal thing, like everything else, then it takes off. But it's already taken off as early adopters.
Urgent news, China just declared Bitcoin illegal. That means they'll put your ass in
because
fucking
it's bad
jail.
for business. It's bad for them. It's bad for
They'll
the
lock
community.
you up and throw away the Chinese
It's bad for
game.
their government.
Yo, you won't
Remember-
even get a
remember
fucking,
China's communist,
in a
baby.
Chinese jail, they won't even feed you a fucking fortune cookie.
China is communist, baby. That shit ain't good for them because they want you to spend their bullshit money that ain't good anywhere else. So,
All right. Well,
and by the way, they've got a high
listen,
tier
if I
housing
was you, I would go into real estate where you could get heavy power and empty space.
That's what I'm trying to do, friend.
And
That's
you
what I'm telling
need
you.
to be the
That's what I'm
biggest
gonna do.
miner in the world. Mine it,
No,
baby.
I don't want to do that.
Why
no,
not? It
I
works.
want to buy real estate.
You
no,
are.
I wanna
You're going to
I
buy
don't-
real
I
estate
wanna have some
and
passive
mine in
income.
it. You're going to do
Ben, I want to
mining
have some
in the real
passive
estate.
income.
The mining's going to
listen,
make
Ben.
you money. Am I right or wrong? How much can each computer make? It only takes up 2
but it
square
does cost,
feet.
but it's expensive.
Power.
It's expensive to do
Power.
that thing.
Get the
Yes.
power. Buy a
Well, the
hotel.
the
Buy a
equipment too.
fucking empty hotel, and that's got plenty of
But
power in
Ben,
an empty
listen.
hotel. Every hotel room can power up an AC and all this other shit. It can power up how many computers? 15? How many computers can you put in a hotel room?
Oh, you can put a shit ton.
All right then.
As long
So
as
there
you
you
have
go.
cooling.
Go
You gotta have cooling for
go
it.
buy an empty hotel and fill the
Ben.
rooms up with computers.
Ben, so here's a question that goes with that question. So after I have all this cash, my dad and my brother, they flip houses. They combined right now have about $300,000 or $400,000 in the bank. They're just sitting on it. They're not doing shit because the houses got too expensive here in Miami. They can't buy them to flip them anymore. They don't have enough cash. So I'm going to come in and what can I do with my money plus adding on another 400 to that? We'd have about 1.2 cash.
It doesn't matter how much money you got. All right? I've got a lot of money and I can't find a decent deal. All right, the market is tough. So what does that mean? You got to look harder than everybody else. You know, there's always going to be a deal out there. But Miami is the most competitive, expensive place you can go unless you're going to go to
crazy.
Little Havana, Little Haiti. I think, I don't know. You got to go into cheaper
I'm looking at
neighborhoods.
those places too.
Go to
I'm
Homestead.
looking at those places
Go
too.
to
Remember,
Homestead.
this will be our first. But here's the thing. This would be our first big deal. Like, we're going to have a lot of cash. So what should we buy? Because we've never bought anything that big, a multifamily. I want to buy multifamily.
Well, you want to, but if you never done it before, you better not start too big. You better start small.
That's what I'm saying. What do you think? I don't want to start too small because I've got money to invest. I don't want to sit on the
but let me
fucking
tell you
money. I don't want to
something.
leave it in Bitcoin.
Let me explain something. On a rate of return, you could actually make more money from a small property than a large property if you're willing to have them spread out because you have no expenses in that small property. It don't cost shit to run a fourplex. You got no expenses. You got 4 tenants there.
Right.
They probably all got their
That's
own
what we're looking
power,
for.
their own utilities, their own everything. All you got to do is collect the rent and fix something if it breaks. You ain't got shit to do.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And then your rate of return is a lot better because you have much less expenses. When you run a big apartment building, half your goddamn...
Yeah, you got to pay more maintenance.
If you make $100,000 a month in rents, $50,000 of it's going to go to running that property. Guaranteed, half the money.
It's gonna cost
Right
a
off
lot
the
of money.
bat.
Yeah.
Then you still got to pay your mortgage. And then maybe, hopefully, you're
Do you
left
think-
with something. But with small
Do you think an
properties,
eightplex is
you
too
don't
big
have all
for
those
us?
expenses because you got no employees.
Hey, you know what, too, pal?
Do you think
I think if you do it by yourself, you're going to be better off because sometimes, not every case.
That's what I want to do.
But when you
I
get
know.
involved with family members, sometimes.
All right,
it
you
really
need to do a
turns into
consult with Ben, and we'll
disaster.
talk about finding a deal. All right, but good luck to you.
Yeah.
Take care. Have
We'll
a
do
great
a consult
night.
with Ben.
Thank you.
But I agree with you on that one.
All
Thank
right,
you so much. Bye.
go start mining. Get that shovel out and mine, baby. Mine it. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. You know that. I'm
still trying to figure out what
I don't know.
Bitcoin. How do you make money out of Bitcoin?
We need a
stock.
Jimmy Hart
Honestly,
Bitcoin.
is kind of like a
We
stock.
need a Jimmy Hart Bitcoin.
what
You
it
press a
is.
button, it goes, hey,
Yeah, but
baby.
nobody
Hey,
takes it.
baby.
If you go anywhere you go, they don't take
That's
Bitcoin.
the thing.
So what
I
are you
mean,
gonna
the
do
only
with
thing
it?
you can do is cash
Listen,
it out.
what worried me was when Tesla, Mr. The Future, when he and crypto's the future.
It's because
All right,
I
when
know
he
the
told
reason.
me,
What happened?
I know one of the
Did you
reasons.
say because you don't want to hurt
It's
the environment?
because everybody says that there are more energy. What is it? Energy like. It's better for the
Why can't
environment.
they run off solar?
There's a bunch of
Solar computers.
cryptocurrencies.
We could be
That's
rich,
why.
Jimmy.
There's a bunch
we
of
got to invent a solar
cryptocurrencies,
computer
and they
come
say
out with solar
Bitcoin-
crypto.
I don't know. The more money,
They
more
say
problems.
Bitcoin
That's
takes
true.
up too much energy. So there are all other alternative cryptocurrencies that you can use that don't take up as much energy, thus making the
Computers running. That's the energy, right?
it's some kind of
Yeah,
what?
but they take a lot of energy. Remember
lot.
the guy wanted a
So how
couple
can one
megawatts?
coin take up less energy than another coin? They're
it's
all
the
fucking
software, right?
computers,
I
right?
think it was,
It's-
like
it's
when they
the
shut
software.
it down, like one city was 30%
I'm
of
too
their
over this
city
shit.
power.
30%. All right. Anyways, let's see. Sergey, thank you for the $4.99. Are flips better than PRS?
Then who?
Than PRS, meaning buy, renovate, refinance, and rent.
Buy,
Renovate,
refinance,
and rent.
Okay. The goal in my life in real estate was when you buy something, you improve it, like you said, renovate, you refinance. Now, if you really hit a home run, you can refinance and get most of your money back. No, that's like a double. All right? If you want to hit a double play, you got most of your money back after refinancing. If you hit a triple play, you got all of your money back. So now you're just sitting there with the bank's money owning the property. Now, if you want to hit a home fucking run like I try to do, you're not only going to get your money back if it was such a great deal, you're going to get more than that. It's like selling it without selling it. So you get all the money back in a refinance, whether it's some of your money, all of your money, or big profit money, okay? And then you own the property. You got no money invested. You already took equity out of it, and you're still making money every month with no money invested, okay? That's called an infinite return. You got nothing invested. It's all profit. And you still own the property, and everybody lives happily ever after. That's always been my goal. But sometimes, after I do all that, then I look at, well, wait, if I sell it, I could still make a whole bunch more money because maybe the market went up. And sometimes I'll look at the income versus what the money I can get on a sale is. You know, what's better? Is it better to get $100,000 a year, right?
Right.
Income off a property, or is it better to get $1 million in your hand? Take me 10 years to get that $100,000, right? I don't want to wait 10 years. I may not fucking be around in 10 years. Give me that $1 million.
And anything can happen to the economy in that length of time, too.
You know, you never go wrong taking a profit. But I like to have assets where I have none of my money invested. I've improved the property. I've made them better assets. They're making more money. They're worth more money. And now the bank's going to give me profit before I even sell. And it's a non-taxable event when you borrow money from the bank. When you sell it, then you got to worry about. If you don't 1031, you better give Uncle Sam their 20-something%. I didn't even know Obama, when he was president, that they raised the capital gains by like 2 or 3%. That's why it's not 20% anymore. It's like 23 or something I heard. So anyway, the point is, do what works best for you. All right? But if you ain't got $1 million in the bank, you need to get, that's what should be a goal for you. That's what you need as a goal to today's world.
All right.
How close are you?
So you're saying take the cash. If you got
It
a deal,
depends
take
on
it.
you. If you already got $1 million in the bank, keep it for cash flow. Or take all your money out of it and still keep it for cash flow. I mean, that's the point of real estate. You can make moves. It's like, you can make this move and make money. You can make that move. What works best for you in your life? I don't need to sell a lot of properties I got right now. Why? Because I already can't even find deals with the money I got. So, what else you got?
All right, let's see. Infinite Knowledge, thank you for the $2. Jimmy, thank you for the $9.99. Hi, Ben. Thank you for keeping us entertained.
I didn't know it was entertaining. You had brought Jimmy
You're
Hart
very
here for.
entertaining.
So what else we got going on tonight? We got anybody zooming in? Is anybody going to put their face on that screen and look at us eye to eye? Anybody got the guts? Oh, not him.
Let's see.
Hell
Sanders
no.
Establishment, thank you for the
He'll kick your
$19.99 again.
ass. All right, let's go. We got a Zoomer or what? I like the Zoom, man.
We don't have Zoomers. We're gonna have 2 phone calls. Fast
Can't have
pass.
Zoomers tonight? You didn't set it up, or nobody wanted to pay the money to see Jimmy? Nobody wants to pay to Zoom in and interact with us and have the honor of talking to Jimmy Hart directly?
You do everything spur of the moment. Here
I
we
know,
are
it's my life.
eating Mexican food.
Everything's
He goes,
spur of the
Let's
moment."
do a podcast. And what did your
Aaron was
podcast?
sperm at a moment.
What did your podcast guy say? Ben, we haven't even advertised it. We're just down here. I don't care. I want to do it. I want to do it. You know how you are. And so we do it. I came over here to learn a little bit about buying and selling, and that's what I'm here for, and I'm getting a great lesson.
I'm glad. You
Thank
ready to go
you.
out and buy something?
I'm thinking about buying something.
I can see getting you a really cool RV with Jimmy Hart all over the side of it with hearts in your face and a megaphone.
I'm thinking
I'll
about.
get you a big giant one.
I'd like to go to John's Pass.
And then we'll
which
get
you
your
own,
friend Paulie that works for you to drive
and,
it.
and look and put a little thing together called Jimmy Hart's Banditos Tex-Mex Cantina, and have a nice little place over there with all the lights and all the.
The
hats
problem
and
is
everything.
you're a freaking celebrity. You've been one your whole life. And the problem is you people don't want to work. I'm sorry. I'm not insulting you. It's not your thing. You're Jimmy Hart. You know how to act. You know how to perform. You know how to put on shows. You know how to do entertainment. You know how to do it all. But you ain't doing shit when it comes to working in a fucking bar or restaurant.
Hey, wait a minute! I used to rake the volleyball court. I used to rake the volleyball court.
He
in
was
Hogan's
bored. He
Beach.
raked the volleyball court,
I
and he
love
did some
doing it.
painting.
I love doing it. Who's next?
All right, let's see. Quarter, thank you for the 10 euros, it looks like. Hey, Ben, I'm 19 and I want to start investing in more different things. I've been quite successful with stocks in the past, but I'd like to try much more.
Listen, until you make a whole lot, do what you know. Do what you feel you can make money at. If you can make money in stocks, keep doing it. Then when you stop being able to make money, then think about something else. Try to master something in life, okay? And then you'll always be able to depend on that in life. Before you move on to something else, master what you can do instead of trying something new. That was always one of my downfalls. Always trying to branch off. Oh, I'm going to build pool tables. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do that. Listen, I know real estate. Stick to freaking real estate. Then you can bullshit around once you make a bunch of money and do all that other shit and try it. But right now, if you're young, master something.
All right.
Very good advice.
Max, thank you for the $9.99. Call me back, Rafal. I never got to ask my question. I kept answering the questions. Yeah, we already did that. Dogecoin to the moon. Thank you for the $5.
To the moon, baby.
If
To the
you
moon. You know who said to the moon?
Elton
the moon,
John.
Alice.
Elton John.
No, Jackie Gleason.
Oh, okay.
To the moon, Alice.
If-
I'll send you to the moon.
if you would have invested $1,000 into Bitcoin in 2013, you'd have $54 million.
That's great. But we didn't do it. So what are we going to do? Sit here and cry about it? You're absolutely right. All I can do is agree with
But
you.
nobody takes Bitcoin.
You know?
No matter where you go to the airport, you take Bitcoin.
Listen,
no.
listen.
You go to buy a car, you take Bitcoin.
As the
No.
world
So
progresses,
where's this
all these
going?
things come along and they progress with the world. Is it the future? It is right now. As long as it's here, people are doing it, it's real. But that's fine, but I can't do everything and I don't have a crystal ball. I can say the same thing about real estate, maybe not that kind of return, but there's plenty of deals I bought for 40 grand that are now selling for 140 grand. What am I going to do back when you said crypto? That's life. The world moves ahead. Things get worth more money. That's the world we live in.
All right, APO, thank you for the $20. I build new townhomes and duplexes, $1 million single-family homes also in Texas and Dallas. My sales will be around $9 million. What kind of investment should I make in the future? Rentals or keep building new construction?
Listen.
By the way, I'm 27 years old.
If you're 27 years old and you're building $9 million worth of housing a year, I would say if you're a good contractor, at a minimum, you're making about $2 million off of that $9 million. I mean, that's a lot of dough. And if you're making that kind of dough, you need to grow and keep making more dough doing what you know. Okay, because if you start fooling around now, if you want to build apartments, if you can build houses and townhomes, shit, you need to look into seeing what would your cost be to build an apartment complex. I always dreamed to build an apartment complex, but I didn't have it up here, and I never met nobody I really trusted to do it. But if you can build, you got those skills. Put those skills to use. Price out how much is it going to cost you to build a unit. How much can you rent it out for? It's the same thing, or keep building houses, just do more. I know a guy, shit, he builds like he'll go into a community and build like 500 homes. Crazy. I mean, either grow what you're doing or try to do something else that's still kind of what you're doing. If you want to get a multifamily, try building it.
To me, if you're 19 years old and you got $9 million, retire.
19. He was 27, wasn't he? How old was he?
27.
27, retire. Why get all this crazy stuff happening where you'll owe more money and you don't know if you're going to rent the places? You don't worry about the economy and everything.
And that's the typical opinion you're going to get from his generation.
That's me.
Now, my generation started to be different. We got greedy, baby. We want the money. And now we got people in his generation or whatever in the middle between me and him saying, you know what? I'm going to make a fortune, but I ain't going to do shit to do it. I'm just going to play on my computer, make me a fortune, baby. And God bless you if you can do that. It's life, What else?
All right, Logan, thank you for the $5. Looking to FHA house hack a fourplex in Tampa. What areas have low flood insurance premiums under new FEMA zones? Thank you, Ben.
What is he talking about? He's got an FHA loan?
He's basically asking you what areas have low flood insurance under new
the way
FEMA
flood
zones.
insurance works
in
is
Tampa, in here in Tampa.
If you're in a flood zone, you want to go look at a flood zone map. I mean, I don't worry about flood insurance. If you got to worry about flood insurance, it ain't that much money. If you got to worry about flood insurance on a friggin' fourplex, then you better think twice about buying a fourplex. Flood insurance is flood insurance. You got to pay it, you pay it. Now, I'll tell you a secret now. Don't tell nobody this, okay? You can hire someone that can get you, they do something where they read the flood map a certain way, where they get you what they call a, shit, little Ben knows all this shit. Luma, is it Luma certificate? It's a certificate you can get that says that your flood zone ain't that bad. I don't know.
That's what happened at Hogan's Beach.
The point is, you gotta look at the flood map and determine where the uglier, deeper areas are. I don't know. The insurance broker will know all that shit if you have an insurance broker. But I don't worry about flood. If it's in a flood zone, I live on a friggin' beach. The water, I could touch the water from my backyard. So, talk about a flood zone. This is a flood zone here. We're on a fucking beach. A hurricane comes, bam! There goes a fucking bowling alley. Fucking bowling balls will be floating down Gulf Boulevard and shit.
And your golf statue
and
out
the pins. All right, what else?
All right, Giancarlo, thank you for the $4.99. Hey, Ben, love the show. Interest rates affect the market, but more specifically, do you believe the market will collapse in the next 6 months to a year?
No. I mean, listen, I don't think the market's going to collapse. I just don't. I mean, back when the last time it crashed, it was because the banks loaned too many people money and they couldn't pay it back. Well, the banks ain't doing that no more. So now the banks are getting paid what they're supposed to be getting paid. I mean, we're going to see a lot of different shit happen. COVID came. It destroyed the fucking office business. I mean, people are fucking Zooming. It destroyed the airline business too. I mean, Zoom is going to be the new thing. All right. So office buildings got crushed. Hotels got crushed. You'll see opportunities there because of something like COVID that happened. But it's all tied to interest rates. As long as the government is setting the rates so low, basically we're paying 3%. You know what the banks are paying to borrow money from the government?
How much?
Nothing.
Like he said.
Nothing. They just give them money. Make sure you keep the money flowing because that keeps the economy going. That keeps people spending money. People are paying to see Jimmy Hart at these crazy shows he goes to.
But what about
and
Bitcoin?
get his autograph and pay him How much is an autograph picture now?
What about Bitcoin?
How much is an autograph picture? I want a couple.
You
I can sell them on eBay. How much?
You were just showing me something that you sent me a while ago.
Oh yeah, it was like $200 for a doll. If we go get an action figure, tell your mother go find every fucking Jimmy Hart action figure she can find. We'll get him to sign them. They're worth a fortune on eBay. That's a new job. Selling Jimmy Hart memorabilia.
You're hired. No Bitcoin. No Bitcoin.
You don't accept Bitcoin?
No Bitcoin.
Oh, who are you? Prejudiced against Bitcoin?
No, nobody's sex.
All right, what else we got?
Billy Laptop, thank you for the $20.
All right, Billy, laptop, baby.
Hi.
Hey, wait, before you begin.
Okay.
What's your name again? Polak. Rafal's got a very important news information about laptop today, he told me. Tell him.
Oh, Apple?
Oh, the new Apple laptops here. I was telling you about the stocks.
And-
Tell everybody
and-
else about what they do. What did Apple come out with? You were so fucking impressed. You wanted to go get some mustard for your sausage.
No, I was just saying that the new MacBook Pro that came out, it's really good, and I'm gonna get one.
I'm not paying for it.
No, you're not.
All right.
What makes it special? What makes it special?
Why is it so good? Because you know about stuff. I know you
Well,
do.
this is real estate channel, not a technical.
We wanna
People
know.
want to know
We have
everything
calls, we have
that
Zoomers
affects
and-
their life,
This is for
okay?
every-
He doesn't have
everything.
time, and we have 2 Zoomers to go through.
Anyways, it's just better. It's just
All
better.
right.
It's way
What did the
better,
guy
yeah.
say, Tommy Laptop?
Hi, Ben. What is your take on the Chinese real estate situation? Take care.
Oh. I got to be careful here, right, Jimmy?
Buddy, you got to really be careful.
Basically, all I know about the whole Chinese thing is, they went out and bought a shitload of real estate, and they overpaid as they usually do, and they don't manage them well like they usually don't, and they fall apart, and they probably had a shitload of hotels and office buildings. Truly, it's not really their fault. Because COVID, I think, really had a big effect on everybody that's failing in real estate right now is because COVID screwed up their businesses. I mean, what was I going to do when, let's say I owned a movie theater. Let's say I'm the landlord to a movie theater. Oh, movie theater's been doing great, all right. Netflix hurt them a little, but people still coming to movies. You get food in them now and all that shit. And COVID shut them down. Or a gymnasium. And they can't pay their rent. It's not the tenant's fault. I can't pay the bank. The bank wants their money. Eventually you got to just throw in the towel, give it back to the bank. But I think somebody bailed him out. The head guy in China said, okay, write them one more check. That's it, no more. I don't know. But, you're going to see a lot of fallout and shit like that. Your brother almost bought a Chinese hotel on the Las Vegas Strip once. I talked him out of it. Vincent.
I mean, yeah.
Vincent
Makes
wanted to be
sense.
Mr. Las Vegas. He bought a freaking house today. He bought a foreclosure today.
Another one?
Get him
Oh,
on the
you know
phone
what?
and
I heard
find
about
out.
that. Yeah.
He bought a foreclosure. I don't even know how much he spent.
I have no
You never know. When he starts hitting that foreclosure button, shit, he forgets about the number up there, It's like he's in a fucking casino playing goddamn foreclosures. This ain't no goddamn slot machine. You're buying freaking real estate. All right, what else we got? Zoomers, Bloomers, and Baby Boomers.
Well, all right, we'll do one super chat before that. Let's see. YNG, thank you for the $27.99.
All right.
Hey Ben, I'm
No tax,
20.
no tax.
I'm 20 years old, making $180K a month.
A month.
Day trading
That's
crypto.
$2 million a year.
It's good. I'm looking to buy my first rental property next year. Is it better to buy it cash or ask for a loan?
Always use the bank's money. Borrow, borrow, borrow when interest rates are rock bottom. Now, if rates were 6%, I would be saying that. But borrow now and use the bank's money. Why? Keep your own and do other shit with it. You could put it in AT&T stock for 7% dividend. You think AT&T's going out of business? I don't think so. There's a lot of shit like that, So, put your money to work and do other deals. Buy more real estate. Leverage your money as much as you can. If you got $1 million, then split it up into as many deals as you can and try to borrow as much as you can at 3%. Well, lock in that rate. Lock it up.
But what about Bitcoin?
You can't get a loan against your Bitcoin, I don't think. It's not leverageable.
I don't think you can either. You can't.
But you can play the stocks like, I don't know, all those other crazy stocks that are out there.
We have a caller.
We have a caller,
Hey, Ben.
Jimmy. Hey, how are you?
Ben, how are you?
Pretty good. How are
Good.
you?
I'm good. Good. Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Barely, but go ahead. We'll keep trying. Jimmy's a little hard to hear. Turn up his volume a little.
Huh?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk inside right now.
Yeah,
So,
walk inside.
I just had a quick question, man.
You need
Right now,
5G.
currently, I'm 21 years old, and I like last year when COVID hit, my family business was struggling, and so I quit my college halfway. I had a semester left, and I was studying economics and the concentration in finance, and I came into my family business. and I started managing it, and I grew the company like twofold. And right now I'm tied down to this job, and I really can't. If I leave, there's no replacement for me. And the job that I do is too important for them to find a replacement because we're really struggling for employees, products, all this thing, all the ships stuck in Long Beach Pier. I'm in California. We're not getting our products in time. So if I leave the business right now, it's going to be a real struggle for my family. And then now I have Procter and Gamble, Bank of America, and a bunch of companies like hitting me up saying, we want to hire you. We like your background. We like what you see. We like what we see, and we want to get you in. We want to get you in either entry level or bring you in as a full-time worker in Cincinnati or Chicago. So like right now I'm at a crossroads where I need to make a big decision. I need to make a decision which will either make my career in an actual big company, work under somebody else, or stick with my family.
All right, so what's the story with the business? What kind of business you got?
So we
Don't
import products across the world.
What?
We import products from across the world. We import chocolate, European candy,
Right,
Kinder,
so you're an
Cadbury,
importer.
everything.
You're an importer, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the business.
so you're an importer, all right? After, what are you bringing in a month? How much is the business after all your expenses and all your bills? How much you putting in your pocket for your family total from that business a month?
Clean profit, I would say monthly we do around $220,000.
Profit?
Yeah.
That's $2.5 million a year.
Yeah.
And you want to go take a
It's
job
good,
paying
right?
you how much?
Well, I mean, they're not even telling me how much. The issue is that look, my parents and my family, obviously they're excited that I'm helping the business. I'm managing the business
Listen,
on a
you're
day-to-day.
not just managing a
Like,
business. You're talking about $2 million. You telling me an income that's going in you and your family's pocket right now?
Of course.
So
I
I don't
that's the
understand.
whole thing.
Why wouldn't you grow that business? You got a lot of education already. All right, you didn't finish your college, but you learned a lot. You know your family business. You're working for yourself. You ain't taking shit. You ain't answering to nobody. What expectations do you have getting a job working for a big company? I don't understand. What would be your dream
that's my
offer?
point.
What would be your dream offer right now? And where's the $2 million
My
going?
dream- No, of course, I know. Well, my point is I want this business to be self-sufficient. I want it to run, smoothly without me having to work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Well, then hire
and
somebody to
having
help
everything.
you. Why can't you make it $2 million
Yeah,
a
everyone-
year and you can't hire nobody to help you run the damn business? What are you going to pay
I mean,
somebody
honestly,
$100 grand a
we think-
year? It's not going to hurt your balance sheet one bit to pay somebody $100 grand a year to come in and start helping you, or $250,000 a year, people. I don't know, whatever you need. I mean, I don't understand.
It's just
$2 million
it's hard.
a year
It's
in your pocket? Where's the $2 million going?
Well, I mean, obviously we have our expenses. Basically
What's your
most of the
salary?
money
What's
that
your
we
salary
get.
a
So
week?
that's not the problem.
How much do you get out of the $200 grand a month?
week. What's your salary a week?
I don't put any money in my pocket. I just put the money in the family's pocket, and I benefit from it alone because obviously I take all the I have my own credit cards, I have my own expenses, my own car, and everything. I pay for my own stuff, but I don't take any cash and put it in my pocket and say
Well,
this is my
you
designated
gotta have
fund.
to, listen, my son runs my whole goddamn company. All right, but he's got to have his own. My son gets a nice salary. He's got partnerships in properties we got every month that he makes money off of. I mean, you gotta tell your family. I'm not trying to, it's not my place to tell you this, but if I was in your position, I'd say, hey, I'll take over the family business, but if I'm the only one working my ass off and I'm running the whole goddamn thing, I got to carve out my own share. Otherwise, how much is Procter & Gamble going to pay you? What would be your dream if they made you an offer and you wanted to take a job with them? How much would they pay you?
I mean, I think monthly salary of around like 30 to 50,000 a month is
A month?
in the next 5 years. Yeah,
That's after 5 years, right?
yeah, within 5 years. Yeah.
And then
But,
what are your
grow into
plans
that.
for that? Working for a big company like that, what do you want to be, the CEO one day? What are your plans? What is your goal?
No, of course.
What is your plan for your
Well, I
goal?
mean, here's the thing, like my family's pushing me to go and take a big opportunity. They're saying we don't see a future in this company for you. Like, not that they want to push me out. They're just saying, look, you have a bright future, and we don't want to hold you back with the business.
All right, so
because you're working here,
there's nobody else in the family that you could train. I've trained about 100 people in my wife's family. You can't find one person in that family that you could train to do it?
Well, I
You
mean,
can't
my
hire
older
somebody?
brother.
You can't hire somebody, and train them?
Well, the problem is, Ben, honestly, like hiring some piece of shit. We've tried it. Honestly, like it's
Don't
not
hire
like we
a piece of
haven't
shit.
tried hiring.
Hire somebody good. There's plenty of good people out there. It's all in how much you're willing to pay somebody. You get what you pay for. You want to hire somebody, you got to be selective, and you got to pay the money. But if the business is bringing in $2 million a year, what happens if you stop running that business tomorrow? How much that business is going to bring in?
Probably half as much.
Well, then tell your family, listen, fine. If they can still make $1 million a year, and then you move on and you take care of yourself and you have your own career, then fine.
And you know what, too, buddy? Sometimes it's payback time, too. When you were growing up, your mother was there to feed you when you were hungry. She was there to wash your clothes when nobody else would do it. When you were sick, she took you to the doctor. Your daddy paid for it, of course. So she's always been there for you. When you had your girlfriend problems, she was always there to console you. So sometimes you got to kind of look at it and say, you know what? They did all this for me, my mom and dad, got me to where I am now. And there's no guarantee when you take another job somewhere else that they're going to keep you more than 3 or 4 years.
Of course. No, that's the whole point.
Jimmy, you should be a reverend. Praise the Lord. Pass around that collection box. Jimmy Hart needed a new Kia, baby. He got one. He got a brand new Kia out there. You see
Sorry, it
that
looks
shit?
good.
How old was that Kia I gave you?
The Kia had 100-something thousand miles on it.
He only drives 20 miles an hour on the freeway.
4 may pop tires that
What
may
the hell
pop
does that
any
mean?
minute.
May pop any minute.
Yeah. No serious radio.
What year was it? Do you even remember?
No.
It was old.
It was
Yeah,
terrible.
it was
like
so old, it
Hogan's.
was raced off the
All right,
thing.
well, good luck to you.
Good luck, buddy.
Find somebody that can step in your shoes and move on with your career, or take that business and blow it up. You took it from $1 million to $2 million. Without you, it's only worth half. Then you could double what you're doing if you can. I don't know. I don't know the business. But good luck to you, and I wish you and your family the best.
Yeah, God bless you, buddy.
Thank you both.
All
of
right,
you.
take care.
That's a tough situation.
I don't know, $2 million is a lot of friggin'
That's
dough.
a lie. I mean, I wouldn't see any
So
reason why
I
you
would
wouldn't
tell
take
the
the
family
business.
this. I'd say, listen, family, I'll give you $1 million. I'll run the business. I'll give you $1 million, and I'll take $1 million. And then that's fair. We all live happily ever after.
That is fair because he's doing all the work. So.
I mean, otherwise I got to leave, and you're only going to make $1 million anyway. Or I'll cut your deal. You give me $750,000, you get $1,250,000.
Or just say 50%, 50%.
I don't know. Everybody's got a different life and a different situation. What else you got? Uh-oh, we got a Zoomer up here. Uh-oh. Is that a Zoomer? Yeah. He's sitting in a car. I hope he ain't driving. Are you driving? How you doing? Who are you? Who is he? Oh, man, you're driving. Man, don't get in that goddamn accident and fucking blame me. I ain't going to court. Shit, you've been hitting something all right, driving and zooming at the same time. There's a law against that. What's that thing? It said don't text or some shit. He's doing worse than texting. He's fucking zooming. Holy shit. What's up, man? Okay. Well, I started with 4 Cadillacs. Each one would break down. I'd go take the next one. I take the plate off that one. I put it on the next broken down Cadillac, and that's when I was doing good. I drove junk cars for many, many years.
That's when you
I'd
were
be
happy.
out there. I used to drive cars where I had to keep an extra battery in a friggin' trunk because when that one went out, I'd have to jump in or switch it out. So I've been there, believe me. I drove cars that were made from parts from different cars. I used to mix Chevy. You can mix a Chevy with another brand GM made or with a Pontiac or something. You used to be able to mix Chevy parts with Pontiac parts. One time they used to call it I forgot what they used to call it. They had a funny name because my car had a door from a Nova, a Chevy Nova, but it was really a Pontiac. Anyway, what's up?
Hey, I'm gonna just switch very quick to the call because there's a problem with the Zoom.
There's a problem with the Zoom. You're causing us problems, man.
I'm just gonna give him a call very quick, okay?
And
I'm just gonna give him a call.
We'll be back.
Sorry,
I'll be
buddy.
right
It's
back
hard to
because
get help.
YouTubers couldn't hear
We got
themselves.
Polish productions here. What do you want? You know, he's
short
still
notice.
in Polak mentality.
Hold on, I'm gonna call the guy right now.
Call him. Why? Why it's so urgent? Is it Vincent?
No, I'm gonna call
Get your
Jason.
brother on the phone. I wonder how much money he spent on that foreclosure today.
Everybody's important.
And I
Ben
swear to
Mallah.
God, if he bought a house and my friggin' boat doesn't fit perfectly at that goddamn dock, I'm gonna kill him. I will kill him.
Danny DeVito, thank you for
what
the
are we doing?
199.
All right, just wait for you. I'm connecting the guy right now.
He's having a Polish moment.
All right, we love him. He's beautiful.
Yeah, right. He's a pain in the.
Uh-uh.
All right, Jimmy. What else is going on?
Well, we're waiting a phone call from your son.
All right, we got
Vincent.
him back.
All right, are we here? Where
I'm
are
with
we?
you guys.
I don't see him.
Yeah, but I can't see nobody.
Now we can't
Hey.
see him.
It is what it is. He didn't
Don't
pay
have
for
a
it.
wreck.
It's fast.
Don't have a wreck,
Just
for
keep
God's
going.
Hey, listen, I paid to see Ben's pretty face. Can I get his face on here or not?
No, listen, you're live. Just talk. Ask the question.
Here he is. I had him a
All
second.
right, hey Ben.
We had him. All right, what else you got?
All right, Ben. I just wanted to know, like, after all you did and after all you've done, what point in time where you want to do something new? You know what I mean? Because all this stuff about Bitcoin and all this other, the Airbnb, those are somebody else's hustles. Now you look at like a person to me that can be original. You know, like start an original design. And I actually called you a few weeks ago. You gave me some really good advice on some hotels. And I was just wondering, like, with all the ideas you get pushed forward to you, at what point in time is something going to change? Because you always have these traditional ways of going things. You're very knowledgeable about the banks, the interest loans, the BRRRR strategy. You knew about that without even knowing the title to it. So what I'm saying is I have some different ideas right now that can change the course of real estate. And I don't know if you started these podcasts to get someone like me, but I'm right here and I'm in your face. So I could actually call you on the side and let you know what I got. But what I got is pretty impeccable. So, you know, I'm already doing the same thing as you, by the way. I got a bunch of houses out here and stuff. But, I mean, at what point in time do we want to change the world? You know what I mean?
Change
it's
the
your life for
world?
sale.
Now I got to change the world?
It's your life for sale.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
Well, you know, all I can tell you is whatever your secret plot is to save the world, get a hold of me on the side. I mean, I take calls every day, you know, and I'll tell you right off the bat, you know, and I don't know. All I can do is tell you what's going on in my brain when you tell me what's going on in your brain. And then we'll figure out something, or I'll tell you, I don't know. I mean, you know, but right now, you know, unless you want to talk about something specific, we got too many people wanting to hear some real good shit.
well, I'll give them a little hint just for the listeners out there.
Ooh, a hint.
I basically rent room. I rent rooms in Jacksonville, and I come across a lot of people that actually want some type of ownership. They don't have credit. Some of them even got a criminal background.
I remember
And,
us talking.
you know, there's
I remember us talking. You basically wanted, you're the guy that owns the homeless shelter, right?
I was trying to do that with the school. I was looking to purchase a
You
school.
wanted to take a gymnasium and put a bunch of cots in it and start renting them out by the cot. That's what you wanted to do.
Something similar, yes. But there's also a little bit more to it. Also, I wanted
Well-
to create an ownership that, yeah. Go
Own
ahead.
a cot? You want to buy a cot, Jimmy? You
Well,
got cots
I
for
mean,
sale.
think about
Sleeping bag.
it like this. You think about it like this. You got a 3-bedroom house, right?
Yes.
And you got a typical room renter in there. They all complain about the same thing. They just don't have a chance to own something. If I had one of these renters own a share of the company, then essentially they can own a piece of the house, kind of like a share. So with that, you know, being said, someone can have some type of hope, some type of aspiration. I mean, other than that, these renters, some of them rent for the rest of their life, and they don't really.
You know, when you say things
they're
like
just
that,
too
it
far
kind
down.
of, it kind of, excuse me, it kind of makes me think of communal, you know, where people are all living together and cooking together and who knows what else together, and they all together and everybody owns everything together. Sounds like communism to me. Can I get a water, please? So I don't know.
need
You know,
another
I
cigarette.
understand people are better off trying to figure out how they can own something in this world that they live in on their own. Whether it's in a condo, whether it's an apartment, whether it's anything. They need to figure out how they can truly own something for themselves to have and live in on their own. All that sharing stuff, you know, I don't get it. You know? Why limit yourself
Yeah,
to
I
being a sharing person? You know, everybody, the government gives you 3% down loans. All you got to do is halfway decent credit, be able to show that you can afford the payment. If you're a real estate agent, you get no money down. But, you know, I mean, if you're a veteran, you get no money down. I mean, to me, that's the way I think. Now, what you might be envisioning might be great, but I can't get with it. I just can't get with, you know, what you're talking about, taking people and just pool them all together. It sounds like crowdfunding to me, and I'm not a crowdfunder.
Well, you are also not an advocate of Airbnb, but look at you now, Ben.
Listen,
You know,
if it makes sense, it makes money. Airbnb makes sense in my property that I'm trying to rent when the whole fucking market went to hell in a handbag, whatever that means. When COVID came and crashed my hotels because I lost my airline contracts and my cruise ship contracts and my corporate contracts and my entertainment contracts, I'm left with nothing. So I'll take any goddamn thing I can get. I'll even let Jimmy Hart live in a goddamn hotel.
I'll take it.
you know what? A really smart person told me one day. You know what they said? They said you've got to play the market. You know,
Mate,
and
you want to create
you know who
a
that
market.
person was, Ben? You know who that person was? It was actually you, Ben. They said you got to play the market. And
Yeah,
right
you
now I'm out
play
here
it, but
in
you want to
Jacksonville.
create a new market for people that can't afford to buy shit, where they just need to get to the level they need to be at to buy shit. You know, they need to get an FHA loan with 3% down. Simple. It's only $3,000
Well,
for every
also-
$100,000. $3,000 will
Well,
get you $100,000.
Okay, good point. But I'm moving a little forward here because I got another whole thing. I got a plan
This
B
guy's going to
also
talk us to
try
the
protect
rest of
you
the
with.
friggin' night.
It's just one more thing, man.
No, it's
Ben.
interesting.
I
I like
want to
it.
see.
You
Thank
sound
you.
great.
Thank
sound great.
you, Mr. Hart. And by the way, I'm a big fan. You used to be my idol when I was a little
God
kid.
bless you.
You know?
Thank you.
And that, yeah. So maybe you can help me be the Hogan of real estate. You know, because right now it's Ben. You know, and I'm trying to tell Ben that either you join us or you get right or you get left.
There's a lot
You
of
know what I mean? And I'm
opportunity.
that new-
Listen, there's a lot of opportunity in Jacksonville. A lot. You need to look for it. You need to find it, and you need to make that money. Because I know for a fact, I'm just not going to take my ass 5 hours away to go make that money. But if my ass was in Jacksonville,
what I was gonna ask
I'd be finding
I
every
thought you
deal
got
there
a
was.
business down there already.
Hey, I got a Home Depot, and I got a that type of business where I don't have to get involved. I got a Home Depot to BJ's near Jacksonville. But, you know, if he's in apartments and housing people by the bed, by the room, by whatever, Jacksonville, there's opportunity there, I believe, from what I see on my computer. So, good
Well,
luck
there
to
is,
you.
and that's what I was going to ask you.
But it ain't
Yeah, well,
opportunity
thanks a
for
lot,
me.
Ben, and-
But thanks a lot, and I wish you the
You know
best.
what? Thank you very much, sir. And you gave me some really good advice last time. I made a lot of money
I'm
from your
glad.
advice.
Very
you know?
good. I'm
So,
glad we were able to help you. That's what we're here
Yeah,
for.
for sure. And
We
I'm
want to
gonna-
help people make money. All right? Any way
I
that you
know
can
you
do
do.
it. We really want people just to get ahead and make some moves and make some money. And if there's a guy like you in Jacksonville making money, everybody can do it. Now go by that school and get those cuts. Good luck to you. Rafal, what are you doing over there? You know, you're in fucking Poland land. Come on,
we're
let's
talking
go.
about-
What else you
We
got?
have super chats.
We had a lot of
Let's
super
read
chats.
super
All right.
chats.
Gone. Thank you for the $5. Ben, give us a quick timeline of how you got to where you are at now. For example,
I'm going to be quick if it took me 30 years.
For example, say you're like first job, second job, maybe others.
I'm going to write a book.
How you got out? I mean,
Short
getting out of the
story.
military and trying to figure it out after the military.
You know, that's a long story, and if you want, I'll try to do a video on it. But right now, I can't go through my life history of being a poor little child in the hood in the projects of Far Rockaway, Queens, growing up with the most dangerous people in the world, and then escaping New York and going into the Army. And then from the Army, I was hustling apartments in Germany, the GIs, and then I went to California and picked up garbage for Mark Welton for $50 a month off my rent. After I got a job with Mark Welton, $50 a month off my rent, I got out of the Army because I told him I'm leaving. He said, "No, you ain't leaving. You're making me money. I'm going to pay you what the Army pays you, and I'm going to make you a millionaire." Well, he helped me. You know, he gave me the opportunity. He really didn't make make me
I
one.
love what he gave you, though. A set of keys and a gun.
He gave me a ring of keys, like from the jail, you know, and a fucking 38 pistol, and it was missing one bullet in it. Thank God that was the fucking time I needed to use it, and I fucking click it didn't go. Thank God I never had to really use it on anybody. Well, I did hit a guy over the head once with a pistol, but that wasn't counted as shooting him, so I've never shot anybody in my life. I've been shot at several times, but that's another story. Anyway, I went in the Army and worked around, fixed up neighborhoods in Oakland, and got the hell out of California, moved here, fixed up shit here, and there we go. Here we are. Holy
Nice.
shit. What else?
All right, Jess, thank you for the $50. I'm in your Zoom and ready. Imagine
All
HELOCs
right.
for crypto. Never sell appreciating assets. Liquid loans is exclusive to Pulse Chain. Let's talk, Ben.
All right. I don't know what he's talking about, but let's talk.
Gillis,
it.
thank you for the $19.99. Ben, do you buy medical commercial space?
Let me tell you, if you can rent the medical commercial, I was talking to a guy today. You remember the guy wanted to build a medical building
From Montreal.
for Montreal. But listen, if you can fill the space, I don't know what rhymes with that, but do it, okay? Because it's all about filling space. Medical is great because you got, you know, doctors and making money, and it's very reputable. The banks like it. You know, if you can fill the space, then buy every goddamn office you can find and convert it even. You know, but medical is a great place, but you got to have your connections with tenants to get tenants in there.
All right, Bit Finesse, thank you for the $199.99.
What?
Jess is in your Zoom. He created a lending platform that removes all the idiot middlemen. You've dealt with enough difficult people, Ben. Talk to Jess.
All
He's
right.
in your Zoom.
Where's he at? Zoom him in.
All right, we'll work on that.
Oh, working on that, Zoom.
All right, we'll get him in.
What?
For
Take the
rest-
model down?
For rest,
Who are
last
you, the
room.
goddamn set production now?
His assistant.
This ain't the goddamn Big Shot Wrestling show. This
I'm
is
his
a
assistant.
little show where I got in a room in my
I'm
house.
his assistant.
This was supposed to be your room. This could have been your freaking room. A private bathroom, a refrigerator, a balcony. What the hell else you want? You got a gym right over there? Except you better not go in and you might hurt yourself. You got a sauna, steam shower. What else you want?
And a bowling alley.
And a bowl of spaghetti every
And
day.
a bowling alley. You got a
Yep.
bowling alley here?
Swimming pool. I offered this guy carte blanche in my house. In my house. My
For-
wife. He's the only person that she would approve to live in my house. Well, Paulie too. If he
Hey,
had
but
to.
what about Bitcoin?
How about I'm going to pay you in Bitcoin and you go get me cash for it?
I like it.
All right. You got
All right,
anything
let's
else
see.
to
For
follow
us,
or
thank you
what?
for the
That
$10.
was good.
I own an import distribution company in Tampa, and I am a big fan. So I designed some unique merchandise for you that can be a good add to your website and even hotels. Is it something you are open to?
Yes. Call Rafal immediately.
BenMallah.com,
Can you get your hands on
email.
any Jimmy Hart action figures? Can you import them from China? All right. Or even if they're copies, I don't care. We'll fix his eyes or whatever. Get me some Jimmy Hart action figures. Let's import them, and I'll get him to sign them, and we'll sell them.
All right, let's see. Mass, thank you for the $4.99.
You know, I sold a car that, I sold you Cadillac
you did.
Eldorado.
I know
The
that.
guy that bought it loved Jimmy Hart, and he paid me it was pretty bad shape. You let that thing go to hell.
Oh, please,
I
it
put
was on
new
the beach
seats in
up
it.
there.
I put new top on it. I fucking did everything for you. And you let the damn thing rust away in fucking Daytona on the beach.
We had no garage to put it in up there.
Garage.
Well,
I bought your
please.
car cover.
Please. That thing flipped up and
Anyway, it wasn't worth shit because it rusted apart.
I know it wasn't.
But the guy gave me like $3,500 for it. I thought I had to junk it.
That's more than what you paid for it.
What about the seats in the top I put in?
Hey, listen, I didn't tell you to put new seats at the top.
I've been painting hearts on it for you.
That was beautiful.
All right, Mass, thank you for $4.99. Jimmy, I borrowed cash against my Bitcoin. I used the cash to remodel my house. The house and the Bitcoin are worth more now. Still have both.
But who did you borrow it from? What bank did you borrow it from?
That's a
That's
good
what I want
question.
to find out.
That
What
is a
bank?
great
All right,
question.
I
let
went
him
to my
tell us.
bank.
Yeah, you should.
Jimmy
you
wants to know
send
what
that into the
bank
super
loaned
chat.
you
Yeah,
money
what
on
bank?
Bitcoin. Was it the Bitcoin bank? I don't know.
Send that
maybe.
into the super chat. Let's see.
What bank was it from? Please
Ma,
tell me.
thank you.
Bank of Coin.
Ma, thank you for the $4.99. Watching you from work. Still doing these classes out here in Chicago.
All right, keep doing those classes and working.
Mass, thank you again for the $4.99. When can we do a consult with Ben again? Today's podcast is going to leave you exhausted.
Tomorrow. Mañana, mañana, mañana.
All right, American Diecast Garage.
And
Thank you for the.
let me tell you something. I do consult with Ben's up until like 11 o'clock at night even. You know, I don't care. Ain't shit to watch on television. I hate television. You can't watch the fucking news. You can't watch nothing. It's all
Well, you've got
garbage.
15 TVs in your house then.
I know, but we don't watch nothing on them.
We'll take them out.
Then we won't have no TVs. It won't look right. You know, live in a house, no
You
TVs.
could sell them and get Bitcoin off of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. What else you
All
got?
right, American
you working
Diecast-
tonight or what?
What bank off Bitcoin? I want to find out.
He
what
wants to
bank.
bank on
make sure
Bitcoin.
you send that in, Mass.
Yes,
Mass.
I like
All right.
this
What
flow.
else?
All right, American Diecast Garage. Thank you for the 65 Rons. I don't know what currency is
That's
that.
worth about $3 in Swakaka.
Maybe. Ben,
In Kakistan.
Ben, a 2-bedroom flat in my city is 80 grand, and rent only goes around 450-ish bucks a month. Should I wait for a correction to buy? 20 years to get my investment back seems like a long time. Cheers from Romania. That's what it is.
Romania.
Romanian.
You ever
to
been to
move.
Romania?
Time to move.
Is it Frankenstein, Romania? Or is that Transylvania? Is that next to Romania?
Transylvania.
There's all
I don't
those
know.
two.
I mean, other countries are difficult. It's very hard to make money in real estate from what I've seen in other countries. But you're pretty much the same thing here. If you bought something for $80,000, that cheap, you probably only get about maybe $500 a month. So it's the same shit. You're in the same Romanian boat as we are, right? All right. What else?
All right, let's see. Bit Finesse, thank you again for the $199.99.
$199.99.
Appreciate that.
Somebody's pushing that shit for what reason? Crypt?
What I like about Hex is that it
Hex is
pays me
pushing the money,
to
baby.
hold it for an amount of
But he's
time.
paying us in dollars,
It
not
pays me.
Hex.
It pays me to hold it for an amount of time that I choose. It's like I have an empire of real estate
You
in
know what
my
Hex
pocket.
is? You ever heard of Hex?
That pays me.
I'll put a Hex on you.
Oh my God.
That pays me rent daily with no overhead. I never have to grant access to
Listen,
anyone for the
if it
operation
works
to work.
for you, then work it, baby. All right? Just like my wife does. If it works for her, she works it.
What
All right.
bank did you cash your Bitcoin in on?
Yeah, send that out. I think he did.
I'm
Let's
going
see.
to the Bank of Hex.
Before that, let's see. Pepperoni, thank you for the
Pepperoni!
$10. Well, Pepperoni Pete, thank you for the $10. If
Pepperoni
you're ever
Pete.
in Boca,
Wasn't he a
lunch-
wrestler? Pepperoni Pete, that was a wrestler, wasn't it?
No, he worked
If
in
you're
a
ever in
bar. He worked
Boca-
at Hogan's Beach.
Oh.
if you're ever in Boca, lunch and dinner is on me.
Boca! I went to Max's in Boca just the other day.
Okay.
And it put me away.
Here
oh
we
my
go.
God, was I stuffed.
Here we go. Mass, thank you for the $4.99 again. I borrowed the money from Celsius. They wired me the money.
Celsius. You're going to buy Bank of Celsius.
Have you ever heard of Celsius? I've never heard of that.
I don't even know what Celsius means. I thought it was some kind of had to do with the temperature. It's 5 degrees
Where's it at?
Celsius
Where's it?
outside or something.
I gotta look it up.
It's a cold place, I'll tell you that.
Where's it?
Celsius. All right, well, look into it. If you're interested in this stuff, then do it. I just don't have time to find the Bank of Celsius. I go to the Bank of America. It's not my age group and my intellect.
It's a crypto lender.
Computers will not take over my life.
All right, let's see. Oh, what did I do?
We're going to get me a Jimmy Hart robot. Hello, my name is Baby Jimmy. Jimmy, baby. I'm going to get a robot named Jimmy.
$5.99.
All right. What else, crypto?
All right,
Crypto, baby.
let's see. Hurricane Ian, thank you again for the $5. At Viscera, I did the fast pass like an hour ago. What's up?
What's up, Polo?
We have a line. Hold on. Well, we have a lot of super chats and
Yeah,
a lot
we
of
have a
people to
lot of
call,
super chats.
so we have to.
Oh, go
and
ahead,
Jimmy's
do
on
it, man.
Jimmy needs to
Jimmy ain't
leave
going
too.
nowhere. Shit. He already missed the early bird special. All right? I already
Bingo,
got him a pass
bingo.
on the senior citizen home. They
I've
don't
got to get
expect him
back to
back
watch
till
my
midnight.
wrestling. I got to get back to watch my wrestling.
Watch your wrestling. Wrestling.
Yes. Yes.
We're gonna
yes.
put a caller now. Hey, Charlie, you're on the Ben Mallah podcast.
Hello.
Hey, how's it
Hello.
going?
Hello. How are you tonight? How can we help you? Please
I'm
give us your
doing
account
good.
number. Please state the last 4 digits of your
Yeah.
account number and the secret code on
Hey,
the
there's not much in there. There's not much in there, so don't worry.
All right. What's up, man?
So I'm out in your old neighborhood of Oakland, and I got a question. I manage 30 units. I work as an on-site property manager. I've done that for a
Can
few
you
years.
tell me at least what street?
Piedmont Avenue.
Ooh, Piedmont, baby. He ain't down in the
Yeah.
hood. He's up in Piedmont. Shit, that's up in
That's
the
right.
hills, baby. Piedmont Avenue. Oh man, that's a nice area. That's where we, that was really nice. So,
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
So I've been doing this on-site property management for about 3 years, 4 years actually, and I work for a great company. And last year I bought a place of my own, 2 little units up in Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa.
That
That's
I
where your
rent
family.
out.
You got family in Santa Rosa.
Yeah, I got a lot of family.
All right. So you got 2 units in Santa Rosa.
Yeah, it's 2 little units on one piece of property, and it rents out really nice. It makes about $1,000 a month after I pay everything.
Good.
And so my question is, would you recommend taking $1,000 that's just cash flow and keeping it, or should I pay a little more on the principal? Right now, I'm paying like $500-600 extra to try and pay it down faster.
Why? How much? Let me ask you a question. Is it 2 separate units, or is it like 2 units together, like a duplex, or what is it? It don't matter really, but you got 2 units.
It's a
All right. So how much?
it's a single family and then a little studio in the back.
All right, there you go. If you put it on the market tomorrow, how much is it worth?
I think maybe $550, $600.
All right. How much do you owe?
About $350.
You know, the point is this. You're and I'm not trying to criticize you, okay? Believe me, I'm not. I'm only telling you this because I really actually care for some reason. But the point is this. You're thinking backwards, all right? You're going backwards, okay? I'm sorry. That $300,000 sitting in that property, you're trying to make that less? Screw that shit. I want to make it more. I want to go to the bank, and I want to get every dime I can, and until it doesn't hurt my cash, as long as it doesn't hurt my cash flow. I mean, and take that money and put it to use doing something else. How much is your interest rate?
3.3.
Oh, my God. I don't know what to tell you. You're going backwards. Your brain is telling you to pay down a fucking mortgage, and more money's going to sit there doing nothing when you could be borrowing more at 3.5%. That's $3,500 a year on $100,000.
In other words,
But $250,000.
should I
How much
not-
you got in the bank right now? How much money you sitting on in cash?
About 70.
70
Yeah.
grand. You should have 370 in the bank, and then you should be out there making moves with that 370. You can put it in freaking AT&T and get 7% while you're only paying the bank 3%. That's a 4% goddamn money you're making off the bank's money. What are you doing? You're trying to pay down shit. You should be trying to get your hands on every dime you can, because when the shit hits the fan, you want to have cash, man. Cash will always be king. But, do what you want. You're in California, so you think differently. Hooray for Hollywood. Big Ben, my Uber driver's here. Before you hang up, buddy, let me just say goodbye to Big Ben and his son, because I was going to stay here till 6, but it's almost 6:43. Oh, shit. Get out of here. You got to go before your probation officer finds out you're out of the house. I've got a radio thing to do at 7 o'clock tonight. All right. I don't mean to keep you that long. Thanks a lot, Jimmy.
you.
I love you, Aaron.
Thank
Good
you,
luck
Jimmy.
playing
I
basketball
appreciate
and
it.
everything.
I appreciate
All
everything.
right. I'll call you tomorrow. What about Bitcoin? All right. Hey, but seriously, you're thinking opposite than me. So all I can do is tell you what I would do, and I'd get my hands on every goddamn dime I could right now, and I'd be looking for the next friggin' deal. That's how you grow in life. You're not going to grow sitting around making $1,000 a month and paying down your damn mortgage. You're not going nowhere. I'm not insulting you. I'm just telling you my honest opinion.
So in other words, don't just make the very minimum payment, is what you're saying.
You want to listen. You want to pay the bank as little as you have to and get as much as you can. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you didn't even have that $1,000 a month right now. Let's say you were breaking even, okay, but you had $300,000 more in your pocket. Non-taxable. You ain't got to pay. If you go to the bank right now and you take a loan on that place for about $500,000 or whatever, $600,000, whatever they'll give you, you're not going to pay tax on that money, and you can take that money and start making moves. You can't make no moves at $70,000 in the freaking Bay Area of California. You barely can make any moves at the $370,000 if you're listening to me. So, you gotta live your life the way you want. I'm just telling you what I would do if you want to grow and you want to make more moves. You're a smart guy. You're managing shit in the goddamn Oakland Hills. You got a duplex in Santa Rosa. You know what the hell you're doing. You need to find more opportunity to do more. But you ain't gonna be able to do more unless you get your hands on that money.
Yeah. Well, that's great advice. I'll take it into mind and see what I can do.
All right. Have a good night. Lady in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas. Stops me. A whole family of people from Miami. The father, the grandmother, the wife, the husband, the kids. They all just circled me. And they said, we want to be millionaires. I did. I said, okay, fine. You caught me on a good night. What's your story? Where do you live? How much is your house worth? Our house is worth $800,000. Okay? How much do you owe? We paid it off. How much you got in the bank? $300,000. Lady, you're already a millionaire. And I walked away. I swear to God. They don't get it. Get the money out the house. It ain't doing shit for you. Unless you're going to go piss it away on something stupid, then don't get the money out the house. But you need that money to make more money. You can't grow. You know, the car ain't going to run without no gasolina. Ay, gasolina. My wife's always listening to that song. Dame gasolina. I don't know what the hell it means, but it's got something to do with gas. And she's always dancing to it. What else? Anything else?
Let's read some super chat.
Yeah. All right, so Todd, thank you for the $10. Ben, you should have more commercial space, like flex warehouse in your portfolio. If you need help, let me know.
All right,
and
I'll
let's
let
put
you know.
some 200,000 square feet buildings.
They're great if you know that business. I don't know warehouses. I see them. I want to try them, but I don't know them. I've never done it. I don't know the market. I don't know how to rent the space out. I got no connections. I know multifamily. I know some retail now. I know hotels. I don't know warehouses, but I almost bought an Amazon. I looked into it. I didn't want to pay the goddamn enormous price for an Amazon warehouse, but I was seriously thinking about it because I figured, well, shit, Amazon rented that goddamn warehouse for 20 years. I won't have to. It won't be my fucking problem. It won't be around by the time the fucking lease is up. And if you can't count on Amazon, then I don't know what you can count on. I mean, shit, they're bigger than big.
All right, Max, thank you for the $4.99. Ben, I gave 100,000 saved but felon for weed trafficking and 646 score in repair. Is a FHA a viable option?
What are you talking about? I didn't understand what you said because what I heard, I don't think I heard.
Okay, he has $100,000 saved,
He has $100,000 saved.
but he's a felon
He's a felon.
for weed trafficking.
But is weed still illegal? What states he live in?
It's probably some state. I
Anyway,
don't know.
I
But
mean,
he
you
has
know-
a 646 score.
That's not
Credit
a
score.
bad score, but should be up around 680.
Is an FHA loan a viable option?
I don't know. You need to talk to a guy that's a certified FHA licensed banking mortgage broker. Every bank does FHA. Every broker does FHA. You need to ask them because they would know. I don't know.
right.
I don't think they do a criminal check or not. I think, your past is your past. I don't know. I never had a problem, but then I never really had a crime. So,
Sounds good. All right, Mike, thank you for the $5. Ben, do business in Boynton Beach.
Boynton Beach. I almost bought the Marriott in Boynton Beach. It came with it was like a wing place, a really good one. What's that one you like, you and your brothers?
Hooters?
No.
Wing House?
No, Wingstop or something like
Wingstop.
that. Or it came with that. It came with a child care center. It was a nice Marriott. I didn't freaking buy it, and I could have made at least a few million on that damn thing. Boynton Beach is a very nice town, but, it's too far away, and I got to buy a big deal. And big deals are big money right now. Boynton Beach.
All right, Pat Sully, thank you for the $5. I live in Dorchester, which is a neighborhood in Boston.
Paulie's from there.
Ever buy a property in Boston? A lot of seasonal renters
Boston?
from Ireland and a lot of college kids.
I heard about Boston, but I can't take the way they talk. I'm sorry. It annoys the shit out of me. I'm from Boston, But no, Boston. I'm sure you can make money in Boston. It's a diverse city. It's kind of a different city. But it's not for me. I'm not going far away unless it was a huge deal and a killing, and then I'd send a little Ben to do it.
All right, Mass, thank you again for the $4.99. Celsius was founded by the guy who pioneered voice over IP.
Ooh, voice over IP. That's pretty smart stuff.
Mass, thank you again for the $4.99. Jake, thank you for the $5. Enough is enough. Jack, thank you for the $5. Hi, I bought the Fast Pass. 21-year-old trucker. I'd love to speak to the bosses.
All right, 21-year-old trucker. Where's he at?
Andre, thank
we're
you
gonna
also.
What?
Andre, thank you for the $4.99.
Who we talking to?
Jesse. This is
Jesse.
This
Hey,
is
my name's
Jess.
Jesse.
Hey, Jesse, how the hell are you?
I'm doing great. Listen,
I think most of us missed the first 6 million X out of Bitcoin. That doesn't mean we have to miss the next one. I know you like loans. I know you like zero interest, no repayment terms. Well, we have that with crypto. Imagine a HELOC, but for crypto. What do you think?
You know, if it tickles your fancy, then tickle away. Right now, all I got is real estate, and I'm leveraging the shit out of that. So if it works for people, that's great. But it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm in a. I'm borrowing hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's not feasible really for me.
Where are you borrowing?
Every big
where
bank
are you
can
borrowing
imagine.
from?
Every big bank wants to
Imagine
loan me
if you
money.
could-
What?
Right. Now listen. In crypto, people can now, with our protocol, bank on themselves and cut out the middlemen. We know you don't like those middlemen. You can
I
collateralize
bank
your own
myself
crypto.
all the time.
Imagine,
I bank myself all the time.
right? Listen,
I bank myself. My wife banks
you know what
me. Anyway, I bank myself. I bridge my own loans. I got liquid
Right.
assets, and I borrow against them, and I pay next to nothing in interest. I mean, that's the way it works in my business. Borrowing
Right.
money is not the problem.
you know what happens?
It's finding the deals. That's
Yeah,
the fucking
well-
problem. That's what makes you money. In real estate, there's tons of money out there. Finding a goddamn deal. And a Bitcoin ain't going to find me the deal. I'm in real estate. And if you want to invest in Bitcoin,
You know what
it's
happens
great.
when somebody sells Bitcoin? You know what happens when somebody sells Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency?
What happens?
When they sell it to try to get their money out, they have 20 to 40% tax loss straight to the tax man, and maybe a bunch of slippage because of the way the sell happens.
So does
they
real
could
estate.
lose almost
So
half
does
their
real
money.
estate. So does
Half
real
their money.
estate. So does real estate. If
So-
you sell real estate, you're going
That's-
to pay 20-something%, and then if you live in a taxable state, you can pay another 8%, and if you live in a crazy place like New York, you'll pay up to 40%. Everything is taxed, and everything is life. Real estate's the same damn thing. Any income. If you make a big income, you're going to be in a 38% tax bracket feds. If you live in a friggin' state like California, New York, and you'll be up to 48%. It's all relative. It's all the same shit. If you like playing whatever you're playing and borrowing, that's great. But all I know is what I've been doing for 30
this
years.
isn't play. Ben, I'm telling you, this is not for play. We have billions and billions and billions of dollars stuck in crypto,
All right.
and people
well,
cannot collateralize against it. People,
that's the
people
problem.
need to be able to
There's-
collateralize
there's a
against
reason
their
why.
own crypto.
There's a reason why. Nobody's got the guts to loan money on crypto. I mean, I don't have to tell you. I got
We've
stocks.
got it.
I
We've got it,
well,
and
that's
it's completely.
great. Loan me some money then.
But listen, it's completely trustless with no middlemen.
Yeah.
No middlemen. People take their crypto,
it
they
may be
lock it up
nomad.
into some code. There is no company that runs it.
It's
People
way above
take their
my
crypto.
intelligence level, so I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I'm not educated enough for today's world to really understand how that works, or do I feel comfortable with it? Where I'm going to start investing millions of dollars in crypto and then borrowing from somebody that's holding the crypto. I don't get it, man. I'm sorry. I just don't get it.
Nobody holds.
Somebody holds the secret
Here's
code
what-
to that crypto.
Nope. The person who takes the loan out against their own assets, they hold their own crypto.
All right.
Nobody lends them the money. The code issues them the money.
Okay, well, great. I'll be waiting for Bank of Crypto to
is
come
called-
out.
It's completely decentralized. It's like a bank with run by the community
Computers.
of people who have the
It's
crypto.
run by
But it's
computers.
completely decentralized.
You're letting computers take over your life.
But you know why that's a good thing?
Could be. I don't know. I'm
Because
not
they
smart.
all talk to each other, and they all those computers talk to each other to verify that those transactions are
My
accurate.
bank talks to
Instead
each
of
other.
a banker.
Well,
Instead of a banker.
listen, it's the new thing. It's the future, and I'm just an old generation, and and that's it. I can't stop what I'm doing. That's the problem. I'm too in deep what I'm doing already to start taking risks.
We
and
missed
stuff.
the first 6 million X, but that doesn't
I know.
mean we have to miss the next one.
Oh, when
The
does it
future of
end? When
is
does it ever
literally
end?
in code, Ben.
All right, well, send me the code, okay? Thanks. I appreciate it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm too stupid, to get it.
It's
All right.
it's really, really simple. I'd like a chance to show it to you.
All right, well, contact
It's
me and
called
consult with Ben. and then
T.me/liquid loan.
I'll get my son involved and get me on a consult with Ben. I'll get my son involved and you can explain it. Maybe he understands it. Okay.
I'd love an opportunity to show him.
All right. BenMallah.com. Consult with Ben.
Yep.
All right. Have a good night, sir. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank
All right.
you.
Let's see. Andre, thank you for the $4.99. Lewis, thank you also for the $4.99. And RS, thank you as well for the $4.99. How do I invest in a duplex in Miami if the rental income doesn't even cover the mortgage payments?
You don't. Okay.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't
If it
make sense.
don't make sense, it don't make dollars. I mean, that's the problem. People are cuckoo right now. I had to go buy a freaking house, and they bid the goddamn thing up. I had to bid it up because I needed the house. I had personal business reasons. So, I mean, you can't buy something just for the hell of it. You got to buy it to make money. All right? Otherwise, you're working for free. And that's the worst thing in the world. If you buy some goddamn real estate and you're having the liability and the responsibility and fixing shit and renting shit and collecting rents and paying bills and you ain't turning a profit, that's not a good deal. You're working for free. Who the hell wants to work for free?
Nobody.
Aaron, except Aaron. He don't get paid. He lives in a castle.
I get paid in other ways. All right, Danny, thank you for the $1.99. Jack, thank you for the $2. Trucker here. Name I bought the Fast Pass with is Will S.
Will S.
All right, I'm sure we'll get you. Richard, thank you for the $1.99. Interest rates 30 years ago versus interest rates today. What are your thoughts?
I do kind of remember. Listen, 30 years ago, I know for a fact I was paying 7, 8, 9, even maybe 10%, and I was happy to get it. I was, because otherwise I couldn't do the damn deal, and that's life. But where prices were a lot lower, so I could afford to buy some shit, fix it up, and a lot of people weren't taking care of their properties because properties weren't worth shit. They said, well, I'm not putting no money into that shit. Real estate market ain't worth shit. So you let this shit go to hell. I come in and snatch it up. I fix it up. I make it make more money. I get the rents up, and that's the way it worked. But 30 years ago, interest rates were more than double. Hello?
Yeah.
Well, let's do one more super chat and then I have another caller.
All
All
right,
right, bring
Bub
it
Money,
on.
thank you for the $9.99, and that's it for super chats for now.
What else you got, Rafal?
We're gonna get a caller.
You scared Jimmy out of here. He don't know what the hell Bitcoin is. Now he's going to go and say, hey, can you pay me in Bitcoin, please? And now I'm going to be stuck. All right. We have a caller.
Hello.
Hello, this is 611. Tell us what your emergency is.
Hey, Ben, what's up?
What's up? How's it going?
Doing good. Thank you, Ben. I have a question. So I'm out here in LA. So we're in the San Fernando Valley, California. And then we have a property that we bought like maybe 3 years ago for right under $2 million. So it's about like right around an acre. And right now it's worth around $6 million. But the dilemma I'm having, So the dilemma I'm having though is what I wanted to ask you.
You ain't got no fucking dilemma. You got $4 million fucking dollars.
Well, no. Wait, here's the thing.
Let's all feel sorry for the guy who just made $4 million. What's up? I'm just kidding with you. What's up?
So, do you guys are you familiar with queue conditions in Florida? Do you guys have those?
What condition?
Okay, so here in annoying ass, LA County, they have these things called queue conditions, which are property restrictions that the city puts on a parcel that restricts them of doing certain things.
What is the property
I don't know
right
if you
now?
have that in Florida.
What's the property right now? Everywhere has
Right
restrictions
now,
and zoning. I mean, we have zoning that restricts you from doing certain
Well,
things.
no, it's a little different.
Okay, but what type of property is it right now? What is it?
Right now, it's a dealership. So
Car
it's
dealership.
a car lot.
It's a car lot. Okay,
But
you got a car lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's zoned. So I have a tenant in there. He's paying $16,000 a month.
okay? He's been paying it for the last 3 years. Now, it's a C2 zoned, so like next door, we have a hotel. Across, they're building like an apartment building, so it's an active area. But the thing is, with this Q condition that's on this property, behind it, there's residential, so like single family, okay?
So what is the Q condition restricting you from doing?
Okay, so it's restricting us from building multifamily or a buyer building multifamily there, and it's a very high density area, so it's perfect for something like multifamily.
Well,
So,
if there's a zoning issue, you need to find like a zoning person who's an expert and see if you can get a variance from the local county. Go kiss the right ass or file the right petition and let them, they'll put it in front of the neighbors normally, and the neighbors can say yes or no. And there's a process that you should be able to go through, to try to change it. If you present, some kind of plans to them and say, listen, let me tell you something. It's hard for me to believe in California if you don't throw an affordable housing component into that project that they would not accept it. Once you say affordable housing, then ding, 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 they normally kiss your ass.
Bingo. Okay, bingo. See, you're right on the money. See, here's the thing, though. I did that, okay? Hired, zoning lawyer. We did all that. My question is.
What is that writing?
Here's the deal. If I go through this process, it's going to take a year, but the property's worth $1 million more. If I don't do it, I can sell it now, or let's say like 5.8, 5.9.
You told me you collected. How much you collected? 160 grand a year. You said. How much you collect in a year?
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty right. Yeah, right around there. Yeah.
$160 a year. Okay, in my book, is worth $3.2 million at a 5 cap. I don't see how it's worth more than $3.2 million, even in California. At a 5 cap, you're only getting 5% return on your money. That's like, what a Starbucks goes for. So where are you getting any more than 3.2 from? If you get if you change the zoning, yeah. And they say, oh yeah, you can put up a big apartment building here. Yeah, you're going to raise the value of that property. You're absolutely right.
Okay. Here's the caveat. Sorry, this is the one thing. The tenant that I've had in there since we bought it, we've only done 3% increases on his rent.
When's his lease up? When's the end of his lease? Right now. When's the end of his lease?
End of his lease is just January.
This January of 22?
Right.
Does he have any options?
Yeah.
Does he have any options built into the lease? He's got no options?
No.
All right, so he's not a fucking problem. He's not a problem. What else? The problem is getting them to let you build apartments.
This is my point.
Yeah.
Well, no. But here's what I'm saying. I'm saying the reason why the property is valued more is because the rent there right now, like market value now,
right. If he leaves, how much can you rent it out to? How much can you raise his rent if his lease is up and he has no options? How much will a new tenant pay you to go in there and put a car dealership in there?
So right now, that's what I'm saying. A new tenant right now is $27,000 a month.
All right, so you got to tell the poor guy, listen, you're in business to make money. You want me to renew your lease, I got to raise you up to the market. What the guy that works for me does all the time, Mike Bonus, he puts it in the lease.
Right.
If you, at the end of your lease, you have an option to re-rent it or extend your lease to market rate. Okay, you got to go to the market. Whatever the market is, that's what you got to charge him. If he don't want to pay it, then he's got to go. And you got to put somebody in there who will pay the market rate. Simple. That's business. That's conducting real estate. It's textbook real estate. Charge what you can for the property as long as you can get the money. That's what you're in business to do, make money. And then in the meantime, the point is, you extend them, give them a year or so, and still try to convert it to multifamily in the back end. While you give them another year at this new rate. In the meantime, this way, if you got to get rid of them in a year, you can get converted to multifamily. You get rid of them and throw up an apartment building or sell to a big shot developer. You don't know. You don't know how many units to let you build on that land.
Right.
You gotta tell. It's a simple thing. The guy's lease is up. You give him a new contract if you want to keep him at today's market rate. Either sign the contract and pay me the money, or you got to go.
Well, the dilemma was I wanted to say, should I just sell it as it is, or should I go through this whole process with the lease and trying to change the zoning and all that
Extend
stuff.
the lease. Extend the lease. Get as much as you can for the lease rent. All right, but don't give him no long-term lease. You know, and then while he's there for another year, you know, seeing how things go with the new rent, you're in the behind the scenes trying to see if it's possible to convert it to multifamily land. Do both. Get the rent up and try to find out if you can maximize the value on the property by changing the zoning and getting rid of your friggin' Q thing. All right, I got to go. Next caller. Have a good night. Good luck to you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Are we done?
Almost.
Can do one more caller.
All right, we got any more Zoomers, callers? You know, people pay you money. You got to give them their money's worth, Pollock. What else we got going on?
Do we have any
Let's
super
see.
chats?
Yeah, we do have a couple of super chats. Let's see, Max. Thank you
what
for
about
the.
Vincent? I want to know how much Vincent spent
We're gonna
on
call
the
Vince.
goddamn foreclosure today.
Yeah, we have one more caller, and then we call Vince.
We're gonna
and
call
then we
Vince
quit.
after this next call.
Text him.
I did. He's on. He's on Zoom, but the Zoom isn't working properly.
Zoom's not working properly.
So we're gonna
Sorry,
call
guys.
him on an
You
audio
know why?
call.
Because you don't have a VPN, and you need a PIA.
That's
That's just
one.
a little taste. All right.
We're gonna try to get this caller, and then we'll get Vince, and then
You guys
we
are
will
very
wrap up.
unorganized. Very unorganized. You better get your homework done. Don't tell me how the podcast ever interfere with your homework.
I
All right, 'cause you sit on your goddamn
have
phone
I ever-
11 o'clock at night talking to who
Have I
knows
ever
who.
used an excuse?
We have a caller.
Hello. How are you?
Yo, Ben.
What's up?
How's it going?
Pretty good. What's up with you?
I don't know. It kind of feels like I'm on a Tinder date right now. I'm
You're on
little
a
nervous.
who? What is he on?
On a date.
A date? You ain't my
On a
type.
little Tinder date. I'm a little nervy.
This ain't your Tinder. What's up, man? What's going on?
Just some like general questions. So I've been listening to you for a while. I've been going down like the YouTube real estate rabbit hole and kind of setting myself up to do my first deal. And I'm not sure what direction to go into. If it was a couple of years ago, I probably would have looked at like a fourplex or something like that. But so I own my house, and I've got it's probably worth about $270, and the loan outstanding on it is about $130. And the only complication there is that I bought it when I was 21, and my dad bought it for me. I've been paying everything. I have 2 roommates, so I'm like cash flowing technically on my house, and just wondering if I should maybe sell it and get out of it so I don't have to pay the closing costs again.
I mean, you know, what do you want to do? You want to grow. You need the money to grow. I mean, why don't you keep the damn house, and will your father go out and get a refinance and pull some money out of it so you go out and buy something else?
He really just wants it out of his name.
He wants it out of his name. Well, you know.
Yeah,
all right, so fine. Let's say you sell a place. Is he willing to give you all the profit? You got $140,000 of equity. He just wants his money back, right? He just wants to pay the bank off and go away, right?
Yeah, no, it's my house. He just bought it because my credit wasn't good. So
Is your credit any better? Is your credit any better?
Yeah, it's much better.
All right, well, why don't you go out and try to buy the house from him?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying because the closing costs were going to eat into the profit.
Let me ask you a question. Have you gone out and tried to find FHA financing yet? Have you given pre-qualified? It's only $3,500 for every $100,000. To do that deal, you only need about $8,000 or something like that. $9,000. Let's round it off to $10,000. You need $10,000.
I don't think that's the problem.
So what's the problem?
I don't think that's the problem because I have so much equity in the house already.
But if the point is legally and on paper, it's not your equity. I mean, unless he tells, well, he could do this maybe.
He's going to do
you need a mortgage broker to help you. Okay, he could say that he'd been leasing it to you with an option, and the equity's yours now. He could have said that. Hey, I bought the house, I leased it to him, and I gave him an option, and now it's his equity because he's been paying on. I don't know. You need to talk to a mortgage broker. It's something can be done, but I'm not an expert in something like that. I know you could easily go to FHA and get a loan if you qualify for the $270,000. Do you qualify for $270,000?
Yeah, that's about what it's worth.
Do you qualify to get a loan for $270,000? That's the question.
I'm not sure if I want to go that deep in case the market goes down, but I mean, it's an option.
No, you sell a house.
I think I probably would.
No, listen, right now, you know what your father can do too? It's real simple. He can sell that house tomorrow for $270,000, and he can gift you as much money pretty much as he wants, without anybody paying tax on it, okay? And, you talk to your accountant about that. That's a simple thing. You can, but then you got to figure out what to do. You got nowhere to live, and you got $140,000 in your pocket. I mean, you can be in that boat if you want. It's not a bad boat to be in. But you yourself need to go out and get qualified on a loan. All right? And with today's cheap rates and loans, you can afford, find out how much you can afford to buy. And maybe you can buy the house from him. There's a lot of things you can do, but you need credit yourself. You need your own credit, your own loans, and right now is the best time. Now's the best time. Rates are at the lowest, So go out and borrow some money, pay off your dad, and get a loan. Go see a mortgage broker or go to a bank.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if maybe he could just gift me the house and then I would just pay him on the back end.
I mean, he wants to be off the loan, I think. That's the biggest problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to be off the loan. So you got to go out, find a way to get him off the loan and pocket $140,000. It ain't that hard to do. You can go out, get a loan yourself and pay him off. I mean, pay the bank off, keep the other money. You can do a lot of things. He can gift it to you. It's not going to hurt him to just gift you the house, and then you go out and refinance it and pay off that loan. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. You got $140,000 worth of equity there to play with. Go see a mortgage broker.
Yeah, that's just kind of like the setup to like my main question. Like I can figure all that stuff out. I'm kind of I'm sure everybody has the same question where. And
then go back and find that
fourplex. So high right now.
Go back and listen. Yeah. It's all about your payment. Okay, if you fix your rate and you got a locked-in payment, it doesn't matter if the market goes up or the market goes down, as long as you're cash flowing. You need to go out and try to find a fourplex. That's what you should do. Find a fourplex, get some roommates, rent the apartments out, get some cash flow going. I mean, the numbers got to work. You got to find the right deal.
Yeah, definitely. Right. I understand that. I was also looking into like Airbnb type stuff.
Well, now you're talking about Airbnb is a business. It's not a big business if you take on a unit or two, but it's still a business. You got to book the rooms. You got to make sure the rooms are in good shape. You got to supply every goddamn thing in the world like a hotel. I mean, it's not easy money. People earn their money on Airbnb. It ain't easy free money.
It was kind of like a workaround to how the market is right now. It's kind of a weird thing. I saw these like domes going on Airbnb, and you can get these domes set up for like $8,000. They're like these clear plastic domes with a door, and they got like a little stove in there for heat.
I think that's for crypto people.
Yeah, probably.
But Jimmy Hart. There's always crazy housing out there that somebody comes up with. Listen. There's two old sayings. For every seat there's an ass, and if it's about supply and demand. If there's a demand, then supply it. But you better make sure you can fill that demand. If you're going to supply some real estate, an Airbnb, you better make sure you can fill it. All right. Well, good luck to you, and I wish you the best.
All right. Thanks. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Same here. You got anything else, Aaron? You done? You tapped out?
Just gonna call Vince.
Yeah, we're gonna call Vince and then wrap it up.
I just seen him on the damn Zoom.
All right, we're gonna call him.
He was on the Zoom.
We're gonna call him.
Yeah, but the audio on the Zoom isn't working properly, so we're just gonna call him.
That's even better. I ain't gotta listen to him talk. Hey, how are you? Look what time it is. We gotta eat dinner. Everyone's gotta do his homework. Everyone's gotta go to bed. Does that pretty much say everything that's on your mind right now? All right, what else we got? Vincent, we're going to end it with Vincent. Hey. Vincent, what the hell you doing? Did you really buy a house online at a foreclosure auction today?
We bought a house.
We bought a house. Whenever he buys something, it's always we bought it. He didn't buy it. We bought it. You better make sure, I swear to God, if my boat can't fit behind that goddamn house, you're going to be in trouble. I'm bounding your ass. I'm serious.
I thought about that. I thought about that. Worst comes to worst, we can make a couple $100,000 off the house, and it's like it never
I just want
happened.
a place for you to live and park my boat. Is that too much to ask for?
No, it's not too
You
much.
better,
I've been trying.
after that boat show's over, boy, you better hope that captain can put that boat behind that house, or your ass is going to be in that damn water, not in the house. I'm going to make your ass live on a boat.
It'll make a good episode of him trying
Yeah.
to squeeze it in there.
You better hope that or you better hope that boat sells at the boat show. Now, if the boat sells at the boat show, then I'm going to buy a little smaller boat that I know will fit there. But very good. I hope you got a good deal, and go close the deal, and me and Carla will be down there to look at it. When? When do you take possession of the house?
I'm working on it. I hope it's pretty quick. I mean, the last time we bought a
Now,
foreclosure
give
from
me the bad
county,
news. How much was the final number that you pressed the button on?
The final number. You want to know the number we started at? Or you just
No,
wanna know
what
the
did you
final
end
number?
up? What do we have to pay? Meaning me have to pay.
Technically, now we're in the you category. You have to pay because my bank account is not set up like that. The way it's set up, I can't take that much money out of it. My card will get declined.
Give me the number.
Somewhere with a 1, and then followed by a 9, and then another 1.
All right, under $2 million, right?
That's
Under
pretty
$2
good.
million.
Under $2 million.
That's pretty good.
Waterfront.
1-9. It was 1-9.
3,500. How many square
1-3,
feet? 3,500
and
square feet.
$300. I got the $300. All right.
300 square feet. How many square feet? 3,500.
The house was built with 2,800 square feet, but since they redid the whole thing and they put like $500,000 into the house, honestly. And I think they just went over their heads and they couldn't, they put too much money in the house and they couldn't afford their payment or something. I think I'm still
All
digging
right,
into
but
it. It's getting kind of.
Do you know if they legally, check the permits or something to see if they legally increase the square footage of the house? Because that's what's worth money. Square footage on the waterfront.
I mean, that takes a little bit of time because I don't think they fully closed the permit yet.
Well,
But
you better look
they
into
are-
it. You
but
better
the work
go
is-
find out
the work
because
is pretty much done.
it's under $2 million, and I can park my boat under $2 million. It's in that really nice area, right?
Yeah, well, the second nicest area. It's not Las Olas, but it's next to Las Olas.
Where you
It's
used to
not
live.
quite Las
Okay,
Olas.
very good, very good.
But
When
brand
can me
new
and Carla
house,
come look
brand
at
new
it?
everything.
When can me and Carla come look at it?
Give me a couple days. It just happened today. I gotta get the
I got
my
somewhere to
P's
be
and
this
Q's
Saturday, I
and-
think, so I can't go. But call us and let us know when we come down here and look at it. I hope this house don't need no goddamn work. You're moving
It
in that
don't, that's
house.
for sure.
Well, then start packing your boxes, give notice to your landlord, and you need to move because that'll save us $3,500 right there a month. And then with the
Yep.
boat, that'll save me $10,000 a month. So and
Yep,
then Carla will
come on.
have somewhere to take a dip in the pool when she's not lounging on her yacht. All
There
right.
you go. I hope
All right,
everything
well, I'll
goes
call you
through.
back later. We've been on this podcast for too long. People are getting bored, and we're out of here. So I'll call you back.
And
All right.
We finalized. We had like 4 inspections today. We got 60 rooms, 100%, 60 more rooms, 100% approved and finaled.
But
Plumbing,
not ready to move
building,
in.
Electrical.
When can they be rented?
Give me another couple days
All
before
right.
the boat show.
Come on,
Before
get
the
that.
boat
You
show.
better, because the boat show will bring us money. Hurry up, get those rooms online.
I'm working.
All right, work it. I need that place done. Adios, amigo. All right.
All right, take it easy.
All right.
Spank Aaron before he goes to bed.
Yeah, spank him.
Yeah.
All right. Everything else good with Dumber Paul?
We're good.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, thank
Thanks
y'all
for
so
tuning
much.
in. And adios, amigos.
Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe.
And go to benmal.com and go to consult with Ben. Get me on the phone. Let's make some money.
Hit the bell. Show some love.